Hello, folks, and welcome to the stream. Had to press the recording button. Anyways, welcome to another stream for the Gods and Blades, a D&D story. This is session 19. But before we will begin, we will be hearing from the DM. It's just me and him right now. The others will be coming in about 6 to 5 minutes. Some are going to be late and two are possibly going to be no shows because one has a job and another has family issues. So I'm going to hand it over to the DM. So DM.
Quite right. Between every session during the week, uh, people are allowed to talk in character for different situations in a chat in the Discord we use to speak to one another. And a lot of things happened during the past week, so I decided to give you a bit of a synopsis so you aren't left behind. Just give me 1 second. Many things occurred before the group embarked before the adventurers embarked for their ship. Meteor decided to insult celestials and mock gods, as well as accuse dragons of being nothing but evil. This led to arguments within the group, especially with Mito and Zyunguf. They spoke to one another under the zone of truth, in which many things were revealed. And in the heat of the moment, the other spellcasters revealed the existence of a unique spell called Sanctify the Wicked, which could save a tiefling from hell. They then set up new tents and took shelter for the night, but before that happened, Drake revealed a new power to open portals through time, which he used to dispose of the cursed Gene lamp. Later that morning, Mito attempted to feed Erwata cursed fey leaves and ate them himself to try covering up the lie. Unbeknownst to him at the time, this resulted in him gaining a god-level curse of lycanthropy. Eventually he learned to fly with his new wings, and afterwards the curse was revealed. He accused Yangev of doing so, which only led to more strife in the group. And for the first time, the Merchant of Curses taking violence against one of them. This shock led to Mito trying to commit suicide, but Azure managed to talk them down. Along the way, Zyungif considered himself about after remembering a part of his past, but Drake talked them out of it. And that is where we left off.
Now I want to know.
I was basically doing the synopsis of what happened in between sessions.
Yeah.
I want to fucking get my mind off of it because most of my smashes were to really bad people. Really fucking bad people. I want to cry.
Okay. Let's not talk about that. We're kind of live right now.
Wow, you're live with only like
No.
2 people?
Wow.
We just began.
Wow.
Well, then, shouldn't there be people in here already? Question mark?
We start around 8. You're actually early.
8? Well, it's gonna be 9 pretty soon, so like...
Yeah, it's 9 for us, sweetheart. It's 9 for us.
Well, now it's 9.
Alright, let's send a message out.
Get your asses in here.
Send the message out.
Ah, you're making me do it?
No, DM.
Give me a second.
You hearing him? Yeah.
I am eating. Don't mock me. I haven't had dinner yet. I should mute my mic. Everyone, if you hear me mute my mic at any time during the session,
Term.
it is because I'm either eating or drinking a swallow of my drink. So please don't mind me.
Eating during session. I should do that too.
I can't blame him, considering later I'm going to be eating cookies.
Oh, I was thinking about having chips. So. Oh, too bad.
Crystal, please.
Well, then whose fault is it for wanting to, not just do videos? Not mine. Question. Why is it important again?
Whenever I record, it's a sort of behind the scenes look on things. So Matthew recording things can be a big help. Plus it helps me to see his side of things, so I can see how I built up, compare and see how I built up to that, to different surprises. Hello, man.
I heard ma'am.
I said man.
It is summer in Texas, and I'm somehow freezing cold. Let's do this.
Yeah, talking about loud noises. I'll be back.
Good evening.
Hello.
All we're missing now is Eldar and Simeon.
Max is on a trip, and Joker is at work, so he'll be gone till about 11 tonight.
Oh, all right.
So
I'm actually quite glad that you managed to get on, Crystal, because it would have just been 4 people.
Also, I want to make sure, because I've done this before, where I've somehow forgotten to actually be at the right level in another campaign. We're at level 11, right?
13.
13.
I've been at level 11 this entire time. 13, yes.
Yeah, 13. We've been.
Okay. Yeah, this has happened before in another campaign I've been in, where I was sitting at level 4 while everyone else was level 9. And yet I was the ranger, and I was still somehow doing the most work at level 4. It was the revised ranger, but
I mean, if you think about it, aside from the spellcasters, there isn't much real difference between levels aside from hit points and certain abilities you unlock at
arcane
specific
trickster
levels.
Well, do you know how to level up, right?
I know how to level up, yeah.
Alright, then level up 2 times, buddy.
Let me roll the 2 hit dice.
You don't have to roll, just do average.
I like to do the rolling. I like the random.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like I said,
sweet.
right before the session, I had to cook dinner because no one else was cooking, so I had to cook it. So.
You know what's funny? I don't actually get any more spell slots or spells. I'm stuck with what I have because of my race now.
Well,
so all I get is the class feats, but thankfully I still have Mage Hand, and that's all I really need.
all right, I'm gonna say this out loud for y'all guys. So y'all know, the in-character chat was canon.
Well, yeah, it's been canon every time
Sorry.
so far. So
not always, dude. Not always.
So
It's just
remember
it depends on what you do inside it and if I say it's canon or not.
Remember the
No, I know,
Buffito
but
part?
there's only been one time where it hasn't been canon so far in one of the sessions we've done. So at this
Oh, the
point, I've
Buffito
just
part
come
was not
to the
canon.
assumption.
The Buffito part wasn't canon.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I was so pissed off with that too because, like I said, Zangief is a lawful good character. You can't just do that to him. He's going to be pissed.
Anyway, yeah, Drake, Mito, I need to say say a few things. Matthew and I already before you guys joined in did a basic synopsis of what happened between sessions, so any viewers who happen to come by know what's occurred.
Well, they won't know if it occurred because we're live streaming until the video's up. But we get what you.
No, I was just saying.
But anyways, I believe you still have the music up, by the way.
Yeah, I was just playing it for.
But
since it sounded
anyways, so is everyone here? Arawata? Crystal, I mean? You here, Crystal? Hello? Excuse me, I am so sorry.
Man, you were just.
I am so sorry, guys.
What did you drink?
I ate hamburgers, a Coke, and a Monster. And I have a Monster at the ready, so. I am so sorry. Crystal, are you there? Oh,
I think she might have. I think she might have went AFK. It always gives me a chance to say. Crystal has been trying to say things during the sessions, but she didn't want to speak up to people. So
Or over them. Go ahead.
So if people could try giving people the chance to speak when they want to, that would be pretty good.
Right.
Yeah, she came to me about it and wanted me to tell.
Yeah,
Say
yeah,
it
and she,
again.
yeah, she. I think she came to me about that too.
Well, I told her.
Yeah,
to
I'm
tell
sorry.
you. Oh
Oh,
no,
yeah,
it's no one's fault. It's just she has a personality where she doesn't like to speak over people because she thinks it's rude, which I completely understand.
Right.
Are we gonna wait till Crystal comes back, or do you want to go ahead and start?
Might as well. Just one more thing I need to check.
This works correctly, correct?
For
Give
once,
us,
yes.
Give us a full sentence, please.
Howdy, I'm Asriel.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, that's so
It's
much better than it was
better,
before.
to be honest with you.
It's not broken for once.
Yay!
Must have been some connection issues. Plus, Discord did update again.
How horrifying it functions for once. I'm kidding.
That just means horror for us, buddy. Alright.
Alrighty then. Let's
Alright.
see.
I'm on the Plains page, and I have the stream ready to go once you're ready. Unless you want to wait for Crystal to come back. Oh, she's perfectly back. Never mind. I guess everyone's
yeah.
ready?
Yeah. Well, before I say this, Crystal, what you had Matthew tell me, I can completely understand. And if you want to say anything, direct message me to say you want to speak, then you can speak.
Okay, everyone. Alright, is everyone ready?
Okay.
E.
I totally understand what you're going through. It literally happened to me, like probably most of my games actually.
Like we said, we're all friendly here. We won't mind if you speak over us.
Well, like I said, I completely understand. In most situations, I can be the exact same way.
Yeah, I can be that way too, but even though it doesn't show it.
You created a character that was pretty much the exact opposite.
Yeah. Anyway, so
Anyway,
DM, the floor is yours.
last we left off, you all decided to take a night's rest. Luckily, Yankov casted the spell Magnificent Mansion, allowing everyone to get a good night's rest and see familiar faces. The morning after, Mito discovered their predicament due to the cursed dragon mask. It was also then when Asriel revealed their past to the group and gained a gift from their guide through Flowey along with a new... He even gained the assistance of the Kitsune through the battle against the Balor. Unfortunately, this led to Zyonguf discovering the genie lamp, which could have saved countless lives. That's then. Now we continue our adventure once more. You're all standing around a fire in a cozy camp. In the distance, you can hear birds chirping as the sun rises above your heads. What do you do?
Where's my character?
I believe you moved it away or last session. Give me 1 second. I can
This isn't the same
grab
map.
it out. Like I said in the synopsis, you guys set up in tents after you burned those old ones down.
Or Cyogam did.
I guess somewhere a little bit of firebolt rampage.
So Azrael, can you pull up the map for us so we know where we are?
Sure thing.
Okay, here we go. As you can see, you're about here.
Okay. Shouldn't take us long to get to the boat now.
Quite right.
That. So I guess our best thing is to should keep moving forward.
I agree.
And Mito, I just want to quickly say out of character, if for any reason you get frustrated or stressed, I have a image ready to go.
Alright.
I just need you to know in advance.
Ooh.
So I believe we're
Where exactly are we going again?
well, if we are correct, we're heading towards Crofis.
But first, we're going to go grab the desk from where we left the ship.
As well with the carriages.
I see. So cross the river, take that little path, and we'll be there.
Yep.
Let's hope it's that simple. I don't know anything of these lands, and it kinda scares me.
Let's.
Never
Let's
know.
hope that. Agreed. Let's hope it stays simple. When, though, at the way things have been going, that doesn't seem to happen often.
Is
Well,
Mito doing anything at the moment?
Hmm?
Are you doing anything at the moment?
Not entirely. Just chewing on fish bones still.
let's go ahead and get going then.
All of a sudden, okay, before I say that, all of a sudden, one of the bones you were chewing on snaps and crunches into sharp pieces in your mouth.
Oh my.
Oh.
Yeah, the way you were chewing on them, they were going to break eventually, and you just ran into a bit of bad luck.
Well, looks like Mito bit off more than he can chew.
That's out of character. Okay. Okay.
Nice to see another punter in this group.
I hate both of you. Oh, puns. I gotta get used to them now. Alright, let's get moving, guys.
Let's just hope not everything goes to plan. Knock on wood.
Get
Knock
it?
on a tree wood, please.
Then they
Knock
walk.
on a tree wood.
They walk over and knock on a stump.
Oh my god.
Summons giant tree monster.
Okay.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the.
Let's get moving, guys.
This reminds me about Lemonitis now.
Oh my god, you made me think of it too now, you ass! I wasn't thinking it until you said it, how dare you.
Alright,
Okay, let's go.
let us continue.
For a little bit of context for Crystal and Drake, along with any audience, a while back, the group's former druid animated some lemon trees. Ever since, lemons have been a running gag.
Yep.
We tried to weaponize them once.
Ah, portal!
Yes.
So,
At the moment I heard that, that was the first thing that came to mind.
so
Oh
DM,
dear.
what are you seeing, Crystal? I don't see
What?
I don't see what you're seeing. Hold up, I'm still in the map.
I'm on the map.
Yeah, everyone is still on the map.
Oh,
Drake,
yeah.
over there.
I thought you said a portal, Drake.
Oh no.
She was saying it's a Portal reference.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a portal reference
Oh, I'm
because
so
lemon.
stupid.
I'm gonna have science make combustible lemons. I'd burn your house down.
Okay, so
Okay, I think everyone here's stay for
Sorry.
Zion Gift. Y'all made my voice. Zion Gift just starts walking towards the direction of the boat at this point. Just this. I'm tired of it.
I guess he's a serious one, is he not?
I'm not serious when we need to get somewhere to go. We're wasting too much time.
Honestly, I agree with him.
Yeah, I guess I could use some exercise. Or
I nearly
You
forgot.
know you can ride if you want. You can ride my Pegasus. I don't mind.
I just want to be back on my ship as soon as possible.
Mito, you do realize that we're not going to stay on the ship, right?
I did. Mito didn't. And now they're just staring at you.
well, I guess, I wouldn't mind if your Pegasus wouldn't mind either.
John, I would move the skeletal dragon away from Eldar. Yeah.
Why is there two?
And why is there two skeletal dragons?
I can't. Oh, I didn't know though. I didn't see the one under him.
Yeah. So there's a skeletal. That's why I said you should get Eldar away from skeletal dragons because he does not think they're good. All right. So I believe the group moves towards the boat.
Uh-huh.
Are we all agreed?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, DM.
Alrighty then, you all pack up your equipment along with the tents and extinguish the fire before heading that way towards the boat.
If Arawat is going to really ride on Zuko, she needs to do a check for that.
Ah, yes.
What check would that be? Animal handling?
Yep.
Yeah, you'll need to do a check for that.
you're a little bit unsteady to never having ridden a steed in your life, especially one like Zuko, but you do manage to stay on. All right.
All right. So the group moves north.
As you continue forwards, the trees start to become more dense and less and more unkept, and nature starts to take hold more.
I believe this would be a good place for Eldar.
It looks so pretty. So dense.
Indeed.
So boring.
Of course you would say that.
Yeah, let's see. Has anyone figured out what Drake's actually? Anyone figured out what Drake's ability is yet? Because at this point, as I said, Drake hasn't figured it out. This one. Anyone, has anyone figured out?
I prefer the hustle and bustle of city life to a boring forest.
You mean you prefer business rather than nature?
I suppose
I
so.
did not mean for Zuko to make that row. By the way, that was Zyonguf.
As for that ability, Drake, I'm not sure now, but I'm pretty sure that Flowey or someone else might have noticed, but I didn't make note of it in the character chat.
Okay, because I'm more curious when anyone's ever actually gonna notice because it's such a passive ability. I think it's funny the longer it goes of anyone noticing.
Well, we would have to do a check to notice it.
Well, Zuko did
And
just make a perception check.
It was Zyonguf made that check. I forgot that if I changed the name because I had it on Zuko to type last time. So that was Zyonguf instead. I'm sorry.
If that was your check, I'll say that as you continue forward, you can see that as Drake when you look back and you see Drake walking behind you, you can see where he walks. Different types of plants are starting to bloom and grow more.
I don't know if that should be a Karna or a nature check, to be honest with you. DM? I'm gonna let you choose.
I think we're gonna have to say nature.
Holy shit!
Zyongov is rolling high today.
Apparently so.
Especially you can tell that Drake must have some sort of
Aura.
racial aura that helps plants bloom and grow in a certain radius.
He's gonna lock that inside his brain for right now. All right. What is going on? Okay, this is weird.
Why do I have a feeling that later on you guys might roll some pretty low numbers?
Yes, that's what I feel. This is not right. This doesn't sound right. I'm gonna stop rolling.
Drake, those flowers, what do they do?
They're blooming.
Flowers? What flowers?
Zyonguf sighs because he didn't expect Irawata to say anything. She's talking about the flowers blooming around you. Apparently, you have a racial aura around you that's passively healing things.
Yeah, now that Irawata has pointed it out as real, and we look over and notice it as well. Flowey even finally notices his lines looking clear.
This is definitely weird. This isn't related to time travel in any way. Guess it's another weird ability I have as a mythical Pokemon.
Indeed.
Yes, that is one thing I forgot to notice in the forgot to point out in the synopsis.
You're fine.
Freya the Kitsune explained a few things to Drake.
Yes, indeed, yes. All right, we keep moving forward, I believe.
Quite right. Eventually, eventually, as you keep walking forward, you find yourself near a sort of. You find yourself in a how do I put this?
Clearing.
Not a clearing. How do I put this? The ground below you starts to turn into overrun stone paths, and when you look above you, you find yourself in a ring of trees.
Oh.
Oh my.
This looks like ruins. Ruins are rarely a good sign. Perhaps we went the wrong direction.
I mean, ruins aren't always a bad sign too. Going through time, civilizations rise and fall. Just because one fell doesn't necessarily mean there's evil here or anything.
Ruins mean traps, and traps mean trouble.
Well, if there are indeed traps, there will be a rogue of sort ahead. She failed. Shit!
Not another step.
Huh?
Who's
said
there?
that?
In front of you, from the mist, steps out a large. Yep, yeah, Drake. Yeah, everyone in front. As you walk forward, a sort of mist starts to cover the ground and rise up, and from that mist steps out two figures. One of them's Yankif recognizes as the
Dusk?
wearing their cloak.
Dusk?
Another comes out with large steps, a large three-winged dragon.
Oh.
Mito? Okay, Mito,
Yeah.
stay behind me. Mito, stay behind me. Don't move. There you go. Stay behind me, buddy.
Stay right put.
Shit.
Okay, what's going on here?
Wow, he's trying to figure out. Zion's trying to figure out.
Yeah. Okay then. From your studies of different planes, and more importantly, that grimoire you've been reading, you can recognize this tall platinum dragon as Bahamut.
He steps back slightly.
Drake is a bit relieved to
Mito,
notice
Mito,
that
do
that's
not
Bahamut.
move.
If I were you, I would listen to your tiefling companion.
The desk crosses their arms. Same here.
What could possibly be wrong
A
with
traitor. Oh, great.
Not a traitor, Mito. You see, after Zyanga visited me on the boat, Bahamut here decided to have a visit before coming here, and he told me what had happened to the group.
Then what is it that you want? Do tell.
Arawata, I would step back if I were you. The beings are
Nito,
talking.
step forward. Now.
Right there, buddy. No, don't move me.
I'm surprised that after your little. After your change of form, you decided to still. Mock my. Mock my. How do I put this? Mock my.
Kin.
Mock my kin, those I watch. More importantly, mock the deities and celestials I stand next to.
Oh. No. I'm scared.
Honestly, we'll scale for meter than all characters because most of our characters defended the gods and dragons.
I know, but I'm scared.
Tiefling!
Yes.
How about a little pop quiz?
Okay.
How exactly does the primeval pact pertain to deities?
I have to roll a check, don't I? Or do I already know it?
They did. This one you don't have to roll a check. Next question, I will, however, have to ask you to make one.
If you're talking about the primeval pact, sir, you must be talking about the rules, correct?
Quite right. we deities, unless under certain circumstances, cannot interfere with the lives of mortals in the mortal plane. However, there are certain exceptions and loopholes. Could you perhaps tell me what one of those exceptions are?
I'm gonna have to make a roll in this one, right?
Yes, you have to.
Alright, what do I roll? History?
I'm gonna say history and planes.
Alright, first history. I got a 24. And then there's planes. 11. History did the best.
Yeah, how I'm going to work with this is I'm going to combine those two numbers to get what I desire. So I'm going to say you do succeed and can't remember a certain detail about the primeval pact.
Zyongif widens his eyes. You're talking about blasphemy.
They give a large fanged grin.
Quite right.
Quite right. For those of you who haven't been studying the grimoire, when one commits blasphemy on one of the deities, especially or more importantly, denies their teachings, commits sin. Or even or even wrongs us in some way. You give an opening for retaliation and penance for which the deity can take. Guess who not. The big three. Celestials, dragons, and deities.
Mito.
This is bad.
Vito, what have you done?
Mito. What's
Honestly, honestly, as Drake is getting nervous, you actually can see blue and green energy just start surrounding him. I'm honestly gonna say as more of his powers come out, he's just gets them a bit. Like he's not doing anything, just the energies he controls already are surrounding him.
Is he trying to do something, or is
No,
He... Okay.
no, it's
Because
kind of like how people.
He's preparing for time reversion if anything happens.
Well, it's more the same way how Pikachu's cheeks tend to spark up when they get excited or something.
Yeah, I got you. So what happens next? Mito?
Bahamut slowly approaches Mito. The dusk, the cloak to dusk, staying close next to them.
Mito, what are you going to do? Mito! Toast!
But I didn't entirely make that out. It was kind of hard
So
to
basically, they were saying you blasphemed.
No, I
their
heard the
kind.
blasphemy from. I'm saying what he just said.
They're moving towards you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Just wanna make sure I didn't miss something.
Don't move.
At this point, Mia's just frozen and completely silent, so...
I'm shaking. Does what does he do anything?
What is me?
Well, no,
Are you
no.
talking-
What,
You're
Mito's
talking
saying
about
he's frozen
Mito?
stiff.
Yes, I'm asking the same question.
Mito's frozen stiff. He said.
Yeah, very much.
Is it out of fear or is it just frozen?
It's pretty much fear.
Okay, thank you. I just had to know. So Bahamut sees Mito frozen in fear. Basically, he can't do anything. He's too scared.
Yeah.
For one who had such courage to mock us. Three different types of people. You show great fear right now. Normally, I would take your life as my penance. However, I desire something else.
What does he do?
The deck of many things now.
Mito's just going to scramble into their back and just hurl it out.
That's one way to get rid of it.
Oh, he. Yuck. So he gives it to Bahamut.
Yeah, and you could
In a
literally.
roundabout way, yes.
I'm pretty sure Drake and Ziongoff are probably both very, very happy to see this deck go.
Oh, he's happy, but he's more scared because Ziongoff knows exactly what this god can do if he wants. Because of the Primeval
Yeah.
Pact.
Yeah, Drake hasn't studied Primeval Pact, but he's familiar with Bahamut enough because of dragons helping him in the past.
Yeah. Well, Ziongoff will explain to y'all more in detail after this occurrence.
Well, actually, if other people desire to, they can roll planes check to see if they know about this.
And I can explain in good detail if you want. So if
Yeah.
you want to do planes check, go ahead. Everyone.
I mean,
Whoever
Drake knows a
wants to
small
know.
amount because Angoff was kind of screaming to him about it the other night.
Mm. That's
Like-
right. I remember screaming it at you. But that was towards Asmodeus, though.
Well,
You
no,
know, I was
also
too
towards.
terrified to remember
Yeah.
anything right now, so I'm not
Oh,
gonna
Mito,
bother
you're
rolling a
fine.
plane
Mito,
check.
you're fine.
No, that was also towards Drake when Drake was trying when they were when we were arguing if Drake could kill Asmodeus.
Yes, but remember, he was only talking about the archdevils. He never explained anything of the gods.
No, he used the word gods because of the fact that Drake was talking about gods' weapons.
Question.
Yes, Iruwata.
Where's the planes check?
I put it under custom skills, I believe. Let me check if I.
You put him under tools.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that-
under tools.
That took me like forever to find as well.
Yeah, all you have to do is click it in and it'll roll it.
I was like, took me 2
Oh,
sessions of it
yeah.
actually being there.
18. Does anyone else want to roll? Well, does Azure want to roll? Because I guess he already knows it.
I mean, remember, Ariwato is Big Bookworm, so she would have probably have.
Okay, so what do they know? DM, what do you want me to tell them?
Well, it'll be 1 second to see if. Well, give me 1 second to roll other persons.
Eldar, and don't forget Simeon as well.
Oh, there we go. Azrael knows a bit more. Knows a decent amount. For the rest of them, you can give them a basic gist.
Basically, the Primeval Pact says that the gods cannot directly interfere with the material plane or any different kind of planes that are not their own, and if they do, they get punishment. But there are certain loopholes to go about this. One is blasphemous. Another is
Well, that's more like one of the exceptions of what they can do.
basically they can interfere when blasphemous is a part of it.
Blasphemies is the right word.
Shut up. I hate you all. Anyways,
The Gremlin Nazis are on the march.
Yep. Anyways,
sorry,
another thing they can interfere in, which I won't say now because there are 3 different ways, I believe. One is blasphemy, and the other 2 are unknown. I think y'all don't have enough for that one yet.
I mean, honestly, I think we can all. I think I'm gonna guess that one of them is summoning.
No. Well, yes, that is an exception, but I'm talking about if it will, because that's not direct interference because a mortal did it.
Yeah, that's indirect interference.
That's indirect interference. We're talking about directly interfering with the material plane.
of their
They
own will,
can-
basically.
Of their own, basically, they have to do it of their own will to gain punishment. But the problem is, the gods can't directly interfere unless blasphemy. Y'all only know blasphemy because y'all got low. I believe Drake only got low, and I'm not gonna say the other 2 because I don't know if John wants me to.
When I said basic gist, I was talking about the deity itself, I believe.
Well, the deity itself is that's basically he has to follow those.
No, I meant like about the deity.
Oh, I'm sorry. They asked for the Primeval Pact. They didn't ask for the deity. itself.
I didn't understand what they asked about, but right.
Anyways,
Honest-
let's get back to the thing. What is? Bahamut has the deck of many things now.
Yay, it's a good thing.
Drake actually say that.
No, because that's not at all how Drake talks.
Anyway, so what does Bahamut do now that he has the deck of many things?
They look down at where Mito threw the deck.
attempt to defend yourself.
Mito's too scared stiff to even say anything right now. So they're like on the verge of passing out.
So, what happens?
Speak. Forever hold your peace when I take this possession of yours away.
Don't go against the god. Just say something, please.
Mito is not going to argue against them taking it. That's.
Well, no, seeing as I don't give a saying that to you, just like, don't piss him off. Just say something.
Mito's just gonna stutter a bit and not really say like a full word or anything. Just they're scared shitless right now.
So what does Bahamut do?
They start growling at Mito's cowardice and fear.
True. I'm scared. What's gonna happen?
If the deity can't, if you're not going to say anything to the deity, perhaps you'll say something to me.
Mito, just for God's sakes, just say something.
Let's not get too hasty. He's already scared, guys.
Bahamut roars and the Dusk clenches their fists and takes a fighting stance.
Oh no.
From their hands, blue energy magical blades spew out.
Oh, great. So now the Dusk is Zemnis.
They can't use magic. They can't summon weapons. They just, how do I put this?
Perfect.
It just
fucking
took a while
song.
for them to gain that for them to gain that potential.
Perfect fucking music, buddy. Kingdom
I've
Hearts.
only used this track once before. Of course, I'm going to use it for the nobody.
Alright, so.
Can I just say something like, out of character?
Yeah, go for it.
Did you just say Eximus?
Xemnas.
Zeminus?
Yeah.
Isn't he from Kingdom Hearts?
Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darkness.
Oh my god, no!
We will not quote that here.
Darkness.
Darkness! Oh, they know the They know the reference! Okay, thank you. I'm a happy boy now. Anyways, okay,
honestly,
let's get back to D&D.
Honestly, I say Bahamut's roaring actually scares Drake so much. You see a bright blue flash. He pretty much time travel 1 second into the past. Like nothing major. It's just charges. It's more like a shock at this point. He's getting so quick. He's at that stage where if he gets shocked, his abilities will activate even for a small amount.
Well,
How I'm going to put this is, since it was only 1 second, it's sort of going like a time loop. Like they roar, then
that's funny. Just
then-
seeing that
then
happen.
then the Dusk takes the battle stance. Then you freak out, rewinding time by another second.
Well, it's not. It's saying he gets his composure at second time. Like he's not.
He sees it coming the second time, basically.
Yeah. I think this isn't really one. It's more. I feel it's more.
So
I
what
mean,
is-
the DM isn't like this. If I feel it's very cool.
I
for
need-
you,
I
don't
need-
think it's very-
Is that like if I need you to roll a perception check?
You sure a perception?
I'm gonna say you
Oh, got
and
it.
Mito. I need you to roll perception.
I got a perfect one. I don't give a damn. I got a 19.
All
A
of us draw
19.1.
perception.
So what do I see?
I need Mito to roll a perception as well.
Mito, roll perception,
At
please.
this point, Mito is legitimately passed out from fear.
Oh god.
So he's
Fuck.
just frozen there.
Yeah, she
he's-
is
I can see that.
out.
I can see that. He's
Out
probably.
like a light. Just-
Yeah, that is true. I can see that happening.
Actually, give me 1 second. This is the perfect time for me to use it. I'm gonna say you became so afraid that you
Don't
that,
you?
that the curse took
Oh my god, no!
after curse took effect.
So
Oh,
now there's a
no!
passed out rabbit on the ground.
Oh no! Fuck. So what do I see? What did I see? It was only me and Mito, sweetie. Oh no. John, what do I see?
Well, Muhammad had been only getting more and more agitated at Mito's fearing cowardice, and once that happened, they became furious.
What do they do? What do they do?
They reached up. One of their claws reached up to swipe.
Fuck! No! Fuck! No! I'm not gonna let that happen. What would it be? Athletics? Oh, damn it.
You can
No!
roll a dexterity. Well, okay, roll a roll.
Wait, actually, can Drake roll perception as well for this? With his literally 20 past the perception.
Dexterity? You want me to roll dexterity?
Roll a dexterity check.
Okay, that's good.
I just need to make sure of one thing. What could you describe what Diangov does in that moment?
He basically jumps on top of Mito, moves right in front, and covers his whole body with his.
Okay. Muhammad slashes down the middle. It's just down your middle. Give me 1 second. I need to do something. They dealing 20 damage.
Okay. Did everyone just see the fact that Zayangov jumped in front of him?
Yes, they did.
Okay, because Drake was going to actually do something in response to that as well, because just in case he was going to use Monato's shield. Resistance to damage, physical damage.
So
You okay there?
just listen, guys, because something went perfect. I think
Yes.
something went perfect.
Yes, Sayanga jumps in front, and then you just see as Drake standing from the back, Minato shield us from harm, and a yellow shield appears around
Well,
everyone.
the problem is it already happened, so it wouldn't affect him. The damage has already been taken.
Mere seconds after that occurs.
Oh dear.
Zayangov gets up slowly, still hurting.
I
Looks back.
don't think that's a good sound.
He pulls freaking Mito away. Come here, Mito, please come here.
I can't drag the rabbit token.
Give me a sec. Let me quickly give you control. Oh man. Oh.
I can.
Go.
There you go.
My hand is shaking.
Get down everywhere. Right beside me, buddy. Not down there. There you go. Because I'm holding you like dragging you back out.
No, I thought they had sent me there because you said right there, and I was like, oh.
No, I didn't mean to peek. I'm sorry. So go
I
ahead,
got you.
DM.
Give me 1 second. I need to settle something. A drink.
What is Bahamut's like? I believe Bahamut is
What's
the one hearing this.
okay? Drake, I need you to roll a perception check. I need you to roll a planes check.
Draft, I'll be perception. I have a quick perception.
Ooh, pretty good.
Deep inside you, you can feel that something very wrong is going. It just happened.
As in, this isn't good.
Zion go
What do you
back
mean?
at Bahamut. He does Zion know?
You need to roll a planes check.
Okay, I'm gonna roll one.
Unfortunately,
Jake, what do you mean something isn't good?
all of a sudden,
I don't
you
know.
feel an
23.
earthquake.
23.
Feel an earthquake.
John, I got a 23.
You can hear demonic chants and whispers.
John, I got a 23.
A dark portal suddenly opens up and many different black tentacles pour out, and from the shadows, a white humanoid wearing a straight from the shadows beyond it steps out. A white humanoid wearing a strange suit with no face. Before Bahamut is in shock, and before he can react, several black tentacles burst out the humanoid's back and grab them.
You gotta know what just happened.
You have broken the code. Deity of justice. Now you shall pay the price.
Bahamut looks behind them and glares in anger.
It was a mistake. It was a mistake! Think or not, no one escapes punch. No one escapes me. So yes, tell me if you right, you. Before you run this book.
We have the voice mod on.
Wait, you feel along with Drake, you immediately recognize what's going on. Your two shades.
He broke the primeval pact.
I knew
So
it.
your two shades speak you.
Hang off.
At this,
At this point, Bahamut is showing nothing but pure fear as the figure starts pulling them towards the portal. Tamara! Herodias!
Arceus! For goodness sake, Melania! Someone help! Please! I don't want to die! Please!
Zayangov.
I don't want to die.
Give looks back.
I don't want to die.
Zangoff,
I don't want to.
do you think you can convince him in the past not to do it?
No.
Because I could send you back to 1 minute before it happened.
I get pulled through the portal.
It's too
They get
late.
pulled through the portal and it shuts. The tall white humanoid behind. Out of nowhere, you hear a bony, silent crunch.
It's too late.
What you mean it's too late? It's not something we can undo by rewinding the clock.
No. The primeval pact
Dude, wait.
is
You're,
past.
wait, you're both way too shaking to. Xanagar, if you're way too, you're in such shock you can't even speak. Mito,
Is passed out still.
Well, you would wake up from that, to be honest with you.
yes.
I came in. They're passed out from fear. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be waking up anytime soon.
Thing is, you wake up and you suddenly grab your chest.
Because you're feeling a
Feels-
pain.
If you feel a deep pain, like something important was ripped out of you.
Because
Oh,
you-
rabbit, how
because
can
you're-
they grab her?
Because you're a dragon. You're still a dragon at heart. Arawata would feel it too, by the way.
No, it's not that part about it. It's the grabbing.
Or
Oh, you know what?
you,
know
you
what-
woke up.
I know. I know what you meant. I got you.
Arawata, you feel the same thing and grab your scales.
I was trying to, by the way, Mito, I was trying to explain why you woke up.
Oh.
It's because of the pain you're feeling.
Oh,
That would be enough to wake you up, even if you passed out from fear.
gotcha.
Sorry, DM, go ahead.
If you want to say anything, Arawata, now's the time.
Did that just really happen? Did
Okay.
that death lead to me being in pain?
Honestly, out of character, something about the pact that you if you said about the pact, you haven't told us yet because Drake is highly considering going back that last minute and trying to prevent this.
From the trees over here, you suddenly hear a familiar voice.
Zioga falls to
Me-
his knees.
I believe we can explain this better than any mortal can. From the shadows of the trees, step out. Step out 4 different figures. One you recognize as Heronius. Everyone save Mito, the Merchant of Curses, and the Merchant of Curses.
Who are the other?
Another is a tall, white, quadrupedal being with a sentient look in their eyes. The third is another silver-esque platinum dragon.
No.
The fourth is a creature you've never seen before with long ears.
Oh, it's. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I don't get the fourth one.
Oh, it's a celestial.
Not.
It's a celestial god, by the way.
More like one of the forms my personal creation can take, but yes, they can be considered as celestial.
By the way, would Zuko recognize that one? By the way.
They would have to. They would have to. They would have to roll a planes check.
How do you do a plane check with? Okay.
You could roll a planes check for them.
Okay. Hold on. Oh my
The
god.
quadruped walks over to Drake, and the dragon walks over to Erwatan, Zuko, while Heronius kneels next to Zyongov. And the
Zyongov
four
is just crying.
stands there watching.
Nearwatch is just standing there with tears. It's like the pain.
Like, you can definitely see at this point blue energy severely surrounding Drake, because he is highly convinced that he can undo the past.
By the way, the plane check was an 18. I'm crying, dude.
Yes, they do. They do recognize what or specifically who that is.
So it's a celestial god, right? I'm just making sure.
Let me say what I need to.
Go ahead.
Heronius deep sigh and looks over at Drake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, young Drake. But what has just happened here cannot be undone by time.
But why? Can't time make as if it never happened?
Because of what just happened. I'm sure you just. But the Zyongov here could feel it.
What a deity.
Cruddy sends his condolences.
Zion just keeps crying.
They stand up and look at the entire group. Bahamut, the celestial and dragon god of justice, and all our a good friend to every one of us, is dead.
What have I done?
This one over here raises their head and
I should have acted.
Within your mind,
I
You cut
can't
out.
hear that. You cut out.
this one raises their head, and within your minds you can hear a deep voice echo through.
this is the price we all pay. We all feared
We all feared
the
what?
ripples of light,
We all feared what?
and most powerful would do that.
That one's breaking up still, dude. You're
It's breaking up really bad. None of us can understand.
that one in particular is breaking up.
Yeah, Arceus' voice is waking up.
You might have to use
It's-
a deep normal
it's better.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try it now.
Reverb is.
Yeah, reverb is broken.
Okay.
This is the price. This is what all deities fear and must be careful when we deal with mortal matters.
What have I done?
Any one of us could accidentally break the primeval pact and face punishment. What befell Bahamut, none of us, no one, no did he knew until it happened. No one understood the exact.
No. It was like I should have blocked the blow with my blade. That would have prevented this all.
That would have counted as you interfering with them. And that would count as blasphemy, which wouldn't have allowed this.
If it weren't for Mito even saying any of those things, nothing would have ever happened. It's all of his fault.
This one walks her hand, speaks with a high pitched.
There's more to that, Erwata. When Xiong of the Tiefling interfered by jumping into Bahamut's way to protect Mito, another life was put on the line.
He interfered with it.
I'm not just. When he jumped. No, you see, the thing is, when he jumped in, that counted as interfering as well. A second life was put on the line. One that had not only it had not interfered, it also had a special place in this story.
In his what?
In this story.
Yeah, I can't say that last word.
The last word is going out for some reason. What did it say?
Story.
The last word was story. I heard it fine. Just
Yeah, the S was really extended.
Hey.
A long time.
Can you tell me why I feel such a deep pain?
Speak.
Both you and Mito had a connection through your lineage, or at least your racial lineage. You're both part of dragon. And when a deity dies, a part, though those who they are connected to by race or traits feel that loss.
And the kobolds are a part of dragons.
Not just that, but her father was a white.
Oh god. That made Zionga feel worse. Oh god.
Wait, what?
Your father.
wait.
He just said your father was a white dragon.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, but doesn't white mean chromatic? Wouldn't that mean Tiamat, not Bahamut?
What?
There's a whole actual divide. Tiamat is chromatic dragons, which are the ones that are named after colors. Bahamut's metallic. If her father was white dragon, she would be related to Bahamut.
But she's still part dragon, and a dragon was killed. That's what's the point. A dragon god was killed, basically.
Plus, different genetics could equal, like, say, a silver dragon mixing with a kobold creating a white one.
Okay, her father was a silver dragon, then that would make sense.
that. Zion is still crying on the ground.
Yes, yes, you see Drake looking very tall, all this power, and I was blind to the future when it mattered the most.
She just starts to ball up her fists as she was starting to feel anger now. Why couldn't you all just leave them alone?
Who's she talking to?
Yeah, who's she talking to?
Oh God!
She's talking to Xianga. You could have just let it happen.
I couldn't. It goes against my laws.
And as much as we said the same, Muhammad was a good deity of justice. He couldn't let this go.
You see,
Even
Erwata.
then, I was,
Go ahead.
until
DM.
now, I was the only one who knew what was really at stake when Xianga jumped in the way.
Erwata.
Along
You basically killed a part of my family.
What was I supposed to do?
Tiamat says,
Please let Oleana speak. You need to both. You all need this.
Speak in normal voice. I did not hear any of that.
Tiamat said that to please let Oleana speak. Everyone here needs to hear what they need to say.
Long ago, I was watching over a particular demi plane. One upwards of unique stature. One where tieflings, one of their devilish influences, and did good. One day, the mother and father prayed to the gods and goddesses for their daughter. She had been recently lost to an accident. Most of the world thought it was murder, but they knew the truth.
Hold up. Hold up. Give me 1 second. Because you said certain words, I get to do a perception. God damn it. Curse my roll. Does he know does he get any clues of what she's talking about?
You are starting to.
You're starting to piece things together, but it's. But right now, all you can recognize is she's talking about your plane.
You're talking of my plane.
She solemn and sad nod.
Curse my perception roll.
I took pity on the.
What is she saying? I can't understand her.
I took pity on the couple. And so, for the first time in centuries, I performed a miracle.
Sorry, what did she say? I couldn't hear her. She
I actually
cut
heard
out.
that.
What did she say?
For
I
the
didn't
first
hear.
time for this, she took pity on the couple, and for the first time in centuries, she performed a miracle.
What kind of miracle?
I went down to the deepest corners of the earth and nine hells and made a bargain with Asmodeus.
Zyonguf ears, Zyonguf perks up at that.
I took the woman's soul and reincarnated them into a new body. I gave them a second chance in another place, time.
This is for Zuko. Give me a second. Damn, Zuko didn't notice it. Cause Zuko would exactly, like, cause... Only 2 other people can roll for this. Sucks. They don't even know it.
Is Drake one of them?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I figured, because I think I know what's going on too.
Is Azrael one of them?
Yes. Azrael and Drake are 2 people who can clue this in from what the clues gave them and what Zyonguf told them. So they... Oh!
Drake. That's what comes when you actually read the Monado. It's totally in character. You get to know how to piece things together.
What about Azrael? Does he figure it out?
Yeah, I was honestly more wondering if I get it well, because I was figuring out what was going on here.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm going to say they do.
Drake figures it out, and Azrael fixes it out. Oh god. So Drake, I don't think I have to tell you. What do you think it is?
I think it's his wife.
Yes. She's talking about Zyonguf's wife. You're exactly right.
Due to the nature of miracle, they were reborn as the daughter too.
Now it's up to Drake to say something.
They were born to in red cobalt and a silver dragon.
So that means, like, the real question is, like, when is Drake feel appropriate to speak up here?
Yep, well, that's the question.
Yeah, I think it's Drake.
I'm gonna need the 3 to make one more perception check.
Well, 4 if you count Zuko.
Yeah, 4. I'm gonna say 4.
Alright. Fuck. God damn it, Zyonguf, you son of a bitch.
Actually, would you have advantage at this, considering it pertains to your history and you've been
Yes.
piecing things together already?
Technically, yes, but that's up to you, to be honest with you. And fucking Zuko, don't
I'm gonna say everyone but Zuko succeed. Azrael's eyes widen.
Give me 1 second, guys.
Azrael's Flowey's eyes widen.
Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta mute myself. Thank you so much for the follow. Corrupted Soul, thank you so much.
Saved from the fate of
Jawbreaker
doom.
Hollow, I'm
Such a
sorry,
fate can
it's
truly
just
be changed.
it's very hard to go back and forth, so I'll try doing better, I promise.
It was by pure luck that I was able to bargain with that one.
Zyonguf,
I believe you already heard of the only proper way to do it.
Zyonguf begins to get up. You're telling me my wife's alive.
Love is a powerful thing. It's one of the few things, this chaotic multiverse that can transcend realms and break extended curse. When you took the strike further, Arawata's life was put on the line.
Zyonguf's eyes widen.
The funny part is Drake told 2 perception rolls. Drake completely knew it was Arawata.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Because you did a second perception roll, you ass. Damn it. I guess I have to make a perception roll for that, don't I?
That last perception check was all you needed.
Oh, okay. I think I need
That was the final perception check.
So Zuko, I mean not Zuko, me, I figured out Arawata's my... Oh my god. Zangief just stares at Arawata. Incredulously. Shut up.
Like, Drake, well, I did say she could be brought back, but this was definitely not the way I was intending.
What are you guys talking about? She just looks at all of them confused.
Arawata, you're the reincarnation of Makaria Octa, my wife who died.
She just stands there, like, kind of just, like, frozen on the verge of just... Actually, no, because that's big-ass news. She just passes.
Zuko catches her, I guess.
That's pass out number 2 today.
Shit, what do I roll for
Well,
Zuko?
That's a lot to lay on a very confused person.
Oh, you're right.
It definitely is.
It's like, holy shit, it's like telling the guy that you're pregnant.
Okay, bit of ram time to ask this, but Zangief's not still holding Mito, is he?
No, he had let go when he fell to the ground.
Right, just want to make sure.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, Zuko tried to catch Arawata.
And fails.
Is he? Mito, are you running for it?
No, Mito's trying to hide in the deep growth over here, rather than...
Dusk would see that, buddy.
Give me 1 second.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can't blame him. I mean, there's 4 different gods here. Come on.
One of which is a dragon.
They rush over and grab you before you run in.
Oh,
I-
he failed to check. You should have rolled a stealth check, buddy. Why didn't you roll a stealth check?
Honestly, I should have.
Yeah, you should have.
Honestly, as a rabbit, I would probably give you advantage on stealth checks just because.
But he
I mean,
did,
you know what?
he chose not to, so that's a punishment. Well, not a punishment, you know what I mean. It's a
Yeah, it's to be
disadvantage.
expected.
It's to be expected to be caught that easily.
And again, I can't with unnatural thing.
This one who slowly goes close to the drake and puts a hoof/hand on their shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, yes, your godliness. Yeah, after this long, Drake still does not know how to address a god.
Makes sense. Especially after the demigod shit that happened with him.
Like, so, yes, so, like, still a bit stuttering, like, is, is there something you wanted to tell me?
I apologize this had to happen to your group, young Selby.
Ruh-roh.
Just why? Why is, why should those, why are those things beyond the put of time itself?
What did you say, Drake? Sorry.
He actually was whispering, but yeah, I probably should say out loud because no way Arceus didn't hear it. So why? Why are there things beyond the put of time itself?
Nothing happens.
I didn't actually hear that.
Nothing happens forever. Even us deities. I should have spoken to you sooner, but I was afraid.
Afraid of this?
This and how would you react to your state and most importantly, that weapon you carry?
How would I react to what, and most importantly, the weapon on carry? I missed the first thing.
Hmm?
I missed.
What was the first thing you said? Like he said he heard a bit
How would
of
I
it.
react to Link and the weapon I carry?
To your state. More importantly, the weapon you carry.
Okay, I don't. How would I react?
He didn't. No, basically, Arceus was saying that he was too afraid to see how you would react of your situation and the weapon you carry.
Ah, okay, yeah.
That's why he never showed himself yet.
I admittedly I reacted pretty bad at first. I've gotten used to it. If somebody would offer me a way out, I would have to decline. At least not until I know everyone is safe.
If for some reason one day you desire to relinquish this weapon, to retake the original form, let me know.
While this is happening, kneels down and picks up the deck of things around. Then the hand holding it glows with a golden light.
Who picked it up? Peronius?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Zion, by the way, I made a dexterity check to put Arawata onto Zuko.
Dexterity.
Unless it needs to be strength.
It worked.
Okay, good. Thank you. What will you do with that deck?
I'm
reworking the magic so it can still be of use to you, but won't cause harm to you. Harm to anyone. Too much harm to anyone again.
And who will you give it to this time, Erroneous? It was Bahamut's decision, but I think it's best to give it to the gods now. I think it's best for you guys to choose who gets to hold it now.
they slowly walk past you, past the Sibian and his dragon, and hand it to Azriel.
Zyonguf nods. Good choice.
As Drake is Drake's singing as well, like yes.
Despite our opinion of the two's soul magic, they have the most experience with magical means and have seen firsthand what damage this match can do. Use it well and use it wisely. Azriel and Folly slowly, as they walk back.
So what do we do now? Where shall we go? I mean, we were heading to Crowfist.
I just realized that Arceus never actually told Drake his name.
If or when you desire to call for me, my name is Arceus. The Alpha.
The Alpha. I'm guessing that means that you are the head god of our Pokemon.
Alongside one other, I created their world along with all the inhabitants.
So there is a plane where Celebi belongs.
Where you belong at this moment is with this group. One day you adventurers might travel there, but now you're needed here.
I understand.
Especially with who sing after the Bellor.
Zyonguf goes over to Dusk. Dusk, could I please have Mito? I don't think he's comfortable right now.
The desk slowly hands Mito to you.
Mito, just don't struggle. I'll keep you safe, don't worry. He carries Mito back into the meadow.
She's saying I'm still reeling from the Primeval Pact. I was planning on doing it this session, but not that early. It was literally like about half an hour after we started.
Oh yeah. Fast forward the plot.
So, Mito?
I guess
Damn.
Drake does have one more question for Arceus. If
Yes.
you are considered to be a god by the pact, and I am considered a mythical, what does that make me?
Oh.
Put it in your terms, as we are both mythical Pokemon, you would be a demigod.
I understand. Thank you for clearing that up.
You have great power, but not as much as the rest of us. And more importantly, you have the mortal wisdom to use it wisely, protect you.
I won't let you down. I will I will ensure time leads to a happy ending.
Zyonguf
You're saying
chuckles at that. Mito, you're with Zyonguf now, by the way.
right? I just forgot to move the token.
Hey, you're good. Oh, what happened? Oh, you son of a... I had to scream, I'm so sorry.
Imagine Mita's reaction. I've been using I'll.
Mito! Look who it is.
Oh dear.
It was one of the women who was, trying to stop you before, remember?
Yeah.
God! I should have known.
Not only that, I had appear in a few taverns, such as one in Carnby.
Wait a second. I remember her from there too.
God damn it.
I'm the kind of person who likes to lay on a long time beforehand.
But Zyonga wouldn't notice this. This is the sad part. Well, actually, he could, but it depends on his role. Oh my god, that is not what I meant to do. No, Mito, no, nope, that's not the right page. Hold up.
Before we leave, you must know that Grimoire not only contains the one way to save your soul, but also the only knowledge left inside for myself of who you're facing. The one who is causing this display.
Does Zyonga remember seeing her in the tavern?
Well,
Sort of.
Okay, thank you. He's gonna lock that in his vault. You son of a bitch. Is there anything else that we need to know?
I suggest your friend be more considerate of others, especially deities.
What did she say? I didn't hear it.
She said your friend should be more considerate of others, especially the deities.
I think you learned that now. Didn't you, Mito?
Yeah, it's just silently looking at the guy.
We have been trying to assist you along the way as much as we can, but as witnessed today, this is what every deity has to do. Be cautious of interfere mortals.
Of course. Mito?
They all, but not before. Not before Tiamat, not Tiamat, Tamara and Ursius take one last look back towards you before they all teleport away.
We need to get going. Zuko, please take care of Arawata. Come on, Mito. Is that guy still over here?
Yes, he is. He's just been watching this whole encounter down.
I'm guessing I'm gonna have to roll perception to see if he's still there. Oh shit. Or does he see it? Because it's a passive 11.
Drake is
I said
passive 20.
Do we have to roll or no?
I said passive. You can see them.
Okay. Oh, what are you still doing here? Mito, do not run. I'm gonna set you down. He sets Mito down. What are you still doing here?
Only to see if any other deities broke the comatose law, and to give you a warning if you ever head to any certain forests.
A certain forest. What do you mean?
Forests, plural.
Then what forest? You have to be more specific.
How do I explain this to you mortals? I am an entity of the death and patience domains. When I am not punishing those who break the primeval pact, I am observing certain forests.
Well, you won't impede our way now, right?
Only if you enter them and, more importantly, enter my little gates.
But don't we have to go past you? Mito, don't move.
Not this forest.
And they slowly step to the side.
Come on, Mito. Everyone, let's go.
Are these gates well marked?
Pray that none of your gods suffer the fate of the dragon, or else you will see the Slender Man again.
Mito.
Do a strength check.
Zuko
Yes?
can carry you.
Okay.
Mito's not doing anything weird here. They're going. They're not running away. They're just trying to stay as far away from.
Honestly, this is one of the weirdest uses of Constitution in the game. I would honestly say my shield ability does not have advantage on this.
As you walk past, like fog through a forest, they slowly blow away.
Yes. Somehow I think we want to avoid him in the future. I don't think we could ever take on such a foe.
I agree.
Jeez.
Oh my god. You're an ass.
Pass.
I hate you. Just kidding.
When the dungeon master feels what the players feel.
Bruh, I was literally crying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
The moment you decided to jump in the way, I knew it was going down and I was starting to overload.
Well, the problem
Yeah.
is you have to see it from Zionga's view in this. He
Yeah,
just got
on-
he just got a god killed.
Honestly,
I'll certainly see it from your view later when I use footage.
Yeah, you will.
honestly, the one thing I like about playing about Drake is that his reasons for the emotions are very to what I feel when I'm playing him because I feel the way about his powers and the abilities he can do. So when the same thing, whenever Drake feels something, I'm usually the same thing.
By the way, Drake, if you did try to go back in the past, that entity, the Slenderman entity, would have stopped you. Because you're trying to break his punishment.
Nothing. Once a deity breaks the law, nothing can help them.
That's why Zionga was like hesitant for you to use that.
Officially, he was actually going to use his new ability, which is the one that opens a portal, but it's only going to be 1 minute into the path since Zionga back. He honestly felt Zionga had a better chance talking to Bahamut out than him.
Well, like I said,
Well,
Zion's
then.
character is a person who will risk his life for everyone else. That's his
Yeah.
character. He doesn't want anyone dying.
And what was Ayanga do if he had the second chance for racing him back 1 minute?
He would have basically saved Mito. That's the only problem. Because when you dealing with a freaking pissed off dragon, think about it.
True,
He's
but
not
this,
going to stop. Especially it's the Dragon of Justice. Bahamut. Bahamut, whatever y'all want to call him. There was no way to convince him. Especially with Zion.
Sorry for interrupting. I just need to quickly say this, Matthew. A certain movie confirms the proper pronunciation of Arceus' name as that.
Arceus, I know. I call him
Arceus.
Arceus. Because
yeah, I usually call him Arceus, but I've been hearing Arceus a lot.
I hear Arceus a lot, so I just use Arceus. I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
I used to think it was Arceus, but then I saw the movie and I confirmed it.
Yeah, I've
It's
seen the movie
Arceus.
too. It's Arceus, but the problem is, everyone says Arceus, and I just started using Arceus. But anyways, back to the story. Go ahead, DM.
Yeah, I'm really glad you get that scene because I was really hoping I never thought I'd get a chance to in character say what Drake truly thinks about himself now.
I wonder, no, what is the big question is for Mito and Arawata. They just found out big things. Arawata found out she's the reincarnation, but then there's Mito that found out Zyonguf risked his own life to save his ass.
Yeah, Mito's not quite sure what to think right now. They're still processing all of what.
Oh yeah,
just
once you're done processing, I'm wondering how he's going to view Zyonguf. Because Zyonguf was the one that saved his life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your watch is gonna be up for a while.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't doubt her. I
I
don't
think.
doubt that.
Yeah, honestly, I think everyone has a lot to process. Drake pretty much just got information overload as well.
Mito technically was just the reason a god died too, so that's a lot to process.
Actually, technically, you're not the reason why. If you want to be real technical. It's because of Zyonguf's quick decision to protect you. Which is his
Right,
thing.
but a decision that wouldn't have happened if Mito hadn't been.
That's what.
Mito.
Yes. It's just so weird with Drake with some of the stuff that we could have done. Like officially,
There's not
I'm
much
just-
you could do, to be honest with you. I'm being way
Yeah.
too honest with you, dude. It's because of the fact that you're talking about the Dragon of Justice. And then here you have a dragon who is now a dragon or a species of a dragon bad-mouthing his kin, not only his kin but him himself.
yeah, and he's brass, which means he actually falls under Bahamut.
Mm-hmm. And so, who better than Bahamut? But who better to show that actions have consequences? Your words speak true in D&D.
Yeah. Although to be, I know actions have consequences, but
Oh,
I
I know
gotta
you
play
do.
Mito like Mito.
I knew a breaking up the Primeval Pact would have to happen eventually, and I planned on it. But once a lot of the things went down between Mito, Zyongif, and all the stuff Mito blasphemed about, I knew it had to happen. And then I started thinking about who would perform the punishment if not Asmodeus?
Because at one point, like, he could have done Asmodeus, he could have
But
done
the
just
one
a
big-
big hand.
Like I'm honestly not sure of what Drake said about Tima because it was blasphemy. He kind of just said she's not such a nice person.
But the
Which
thing is, if I did Asmodeus, then there would be no one to punish him if he broke it, and if it was the hand, there would be no personification.
Yeah. To explain more if the gods didn't explain. I got you.
Plus, I was planning to do a Slenderman Forest session anyway, so it worked perfectly.
Well, DM, what happens now?
The thing is,
Don't end it, brother. Don't end it here.
I'm not ending it.
Thank God.
Second.
Oh my god. I don't know how Zhang is gonna feel about Air Watson now.
Yeah, it's honestly it's because this is actually something that Drake's kind of. He's messed up like this before, maybe not as great consequences, but in his time he's messed up like this before, so he's not so he's not completely broken, but he's still definitely like, upset.
I'll have to talk to you next session about it, or during the break about it, DM. Because I'll have to think of someone. I have someone in mind, but... Alright, so go ahead, DM.
You all continue through the dense forest as you're slowly clearing back up as you near the river, and everyone is feeling many different emotions due to what just happened, be it anger, shock, sadness. Or even confusion in Mito's case.
Well, a mix of confusion and shock would probably be the most accurate thing here.
Yeah, it's honestly
Well, I
a
said
say
shock.
Well,
it's hard to get Drake completely out because he just keeps pushing on for determination.
well that makes...
Inside here, what is very confused.
You're out.
You're passed out, but I think we get the point, though.
I know.
Where are we at, DM?
Well, that was the reason why I asked you that question in the direct message.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The thing is, I have to get...
Because as you get closer to the boat, it starts to become night.
Okay. Well, once we get to the boat, I think he'll cast it. So we get to the... Okay.
Give me 1 second. I'm just grabbing all the different tokens.
Like I was actually wondering how you're gonna handle Celebi's divinity in the game because the primordial pack made it impossible to say, "Oh, you are minor god."
Primeval, not primordial.
Yeah, the
Primordial
point.
means... true
Something
god.
different.
It means
But
true
yeah.
god.
Primordial means before existence.
Yeah,
basically
know.
true god.
Okay. Yeah, the primordial pack pretty much prevented you from saying he was just a minor god because of the pack.
It's not primordial, it's primeval, buddy.
Okay, the pact.
You could also say comatose law. That's another interpretation of it.
Okay, it pretty much prevented you from saying he was a minor deity because then he would be bound by the pack.
Oh,
Which would have so many weird implications on his character.
oh boy.
What does everyone
I'm
think
trying
about
to process everything that happened.
Yes.
Okay, then you eventually you find the river. You eventually find yourself. Currently, you find the boat and you climb on. Give me a second. I need to fix. I'm not done with the music just yet.
I also need a rabbit token from me though.
Yeah, yeah. I was. Yeah, give me a second.
No rush.
Look at the, look at your DM, dude.
Yeah,
Can't
thank you.
control it, by the way.
Note yourself after the session. Make a Mito
Made a rabbit sheet, yeah.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to keep giving me control.
And
A green portal opens up in front of you.
Everyone get in.
Well, that's one wish we don't have to cast now.
Zuko basically takes Arawata in. Where is Zuko?
I thought I might have forgotten to place Zuko down.
It's okay. You're fine. Just go ahead and put him in.
Can't see anything.
Give me 1 second. I had to fix up the rabbit token for this one.
Yeah, I'm sure the one. Pretty sure the rabbit hole.
There we go.
I'm just messing around with the lighting. I don't know why. Every time we get into a room with dramatic lighting, I have to mess around with it.
DM, did you see the picture?
Yeah, give me a sec. Let me put it in. And apologies if it comes in incredibly big.
You're fine.
I mean, everything comes in incredibly big. Some reasons.
Mito, get
Well,
back here.
not always.
Where's my character, by the way?
Let me put this down, then fix it.
I don't have control over.
There we go. What's her name?
Her name's... Damn it, you have to give me a minute, because I didn't think of that. God damn it. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So you all step in. Fountain tutorial, but
I can't
rather than
control.
Macaria, but rather than Macaria is a different face, or accurately a golden-esque dragon. Golden-esque dragoness.
Greetings. I believe most of the group would actually recognize her.
I don't think Mito would.
Yeah, you would.
Wait, actually, yeah, give me a sec. Actually, I need to.
Mito especially
I need
recognizes
to-
her. What do you need to
Wait,
do, DM?
no, wrong check. Azrael's eyes widen when they recognize who.
Does he say anything?
Your dragon friend.
Yes. Indeed, my name is Umriel. It is a pleasure to meet you, masters.
Like, all of a sudden, like, you just, like Drake just looks a bit depressed. Like, he's not going to say anything because he knows it's the wrong thing to say, but he's thinking, Mito's playing all those dragons probably felt the same thing.
Turiel slowly walks up to Azrael and hugs them. Seconds later, tears start going down Azrael's face.
John's just... He's a little somber right now. Umriel comes over to Zuko and picks up Arawata off his back. And let's take you to your room, sweetheart. Fuck, I can't see. Hold on.
Yeah, you did it.
Toriel keeps comforting Azrael while the merchant sits down next on the steps and starts going through their cloak, making sure all of their stock hasn't been damaged in any way during.
She places her on the bed, Zuko following close by. There you go. She leaves the room, but Zuko stays near the bed.
Does
worried.
Mito do anything? I can see he's separated himself.
Oh, Zion said stay over here, by the way.
Well, Mato's still staying near her, just trying to distance herself from the rest.
It's hard to see with this.
Oh my
thing.
god. Anyone who's played Undertale knows about distancing oneself from others.
Uh-huh.
Mito,
Love.
come on back. We need to discuss things either way.
Honestly, I am just really, really surprised that neither Asriel nor Flowey has mentioned anything about just Drake's, because it's very clear Drake just keeps working on sheer determination. Most of his stuff.
No.
Ezreal, I'm not sure, but Flowey, they would most definitely know about the. They've experienced the canon events of a certain game.
Oh no. I don't know.
Yeah, because I've been going there since the beginning. Drake has used the word multiple times, and it's quite obvious from the way he talks that that's the strongest driving force.
When they have the chance that Flo will separate Azrael and then speak with Drake.
Honestly, I find it hilarious that I built a character like Drake in a game where determination actually means something.
Well, unless you've seen or played with me, you wouldn't have known that I've been making Undertale references.
Yeah, I did not know the entire time. Yet this was clearly part of Drake's bio. Like when I submitted him. Like I don't think I used the word determined, but I pretty much said that he always tries to go out of his way to prove himself.
Actually, in the character chat, you told Azrael to stay determined.
Yeah, you did. I remember that.
Flawy was with the group at the time, so they probably would have heard. I literally said in the chat they heard you, but they didn't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, no, I didn't say I told Azrael that I'm determined to save him.
Imriel comes up and says, I believe everyone's had a rough day today with events that probably happened. I suggest everyone go to get some rest. Zangief picks up Mito. Come on, I'll take you to your room, dude. Probably want to distance yourself, but right now is not the time.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, hands out, Drake is probably my favorite character I've ever made for a game.
Toriel stops hugging Azrael and she holds his hand and starts taking him towards the bedroom.
I believe the room. This is your room, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
that's
I know.
the
It's yeah. This is Azrael's room.
Oh, that's Azrael's.
That's
okay, what's
that one is.
Mitos.
Mitos.
I believe wait. Actually, I thought this was Mitos.
That's what
The
I
one-
thought too. I was so confused. Which one is it? Green or what's this color?
It's this one right here. I remember because Zarity was in front of
I
it
can't
before.
see your ping.
I see. Okay, the green one. Okay, he takes
Yeah.
Mito into his room.
I don't know why, but I remember the green bed about this room. That's like the one reason I
That's
remember.
what I
which
was thinking. I was like, maybe it was the green, but okay. He sits Mito on the bed. I guess just get some sleep, dude.
Mios is gonna lay down and sort of just stare at the wall.
Yeah, Drake has information overload, so he's gonna pretty much go to his well. Just needs to think really.
Zyonguf goes out of the room and then goes towards Chris Airwalker's room. I forgot his name, damn it. Whatever his name will be, fuck. I'm just gonna say it's fucking...
It's Cheshire.
Cheshire. No one is to disturb us in this room. Understand?
He gives a faint nod and a soft purr.
Zion just sits next to the bed, waiting for her to wake up again. If y'all see if y'all see Zuko, do not fret. He is just being camera.
That explains it. I made a duplicate.
Okay, where'd you put it?
I don't worry. I deleted it.
Okay. I was gonna use Zuko this time.
You were gonna go lucid camera.
Yep. Basically.
Honestly, after the IC chat, I think I like Zuko. I like Zuko's character a lot.
Oh, Zuko's a little... I can't say right now. Hold on.
Bit of an
So-
asshole towards Mito.
Well, they've been an asshole because you were just dissing on Celestials, so of course...
You're not wrong.
Like, he hates, like, when you don't understand... Well, he doesn't hate that you don't understand. It's more the fact that you were hating on him and his kind because of some stupid, like, bias you have towards dragons.
Yeah, that sounds like Mito there.
But, yeah, so does Drake do anything before going to bed?
Nah, he honestly is just thinking. I mean, he just has way too much to think about. Like, think about how much he's learned about himself in probably the past 2 days.
Okay. Is that it? I just want
Yeah.
to make sure no one wants to roleplay or anything.
Well,
Um,
it's not. I think as we start our role playing tonight, I don't think many characters are in the mood to do much besides for just think.
well, yeah, I'm just making sure. Mito's looking at a wall. What about Azrael?
Give me 1 second. I think I remember I forgot to do this since you told me about it.
Oh God, what I told you what? That gives me a foreboding feeling. Stop it.
Didn't Drake want
Yes.
to overgrowth in his room?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We forgot about that.
Yes.
Oh God.
I
Holy
remembered about it. I
shit!
just didn't remember to put it in before.
I'm so glad I had Zuko just look at that.
Yes. Yes, Drake is feeling a lot more comfortable now.
Yeah, just like I said, Zion did that for him.
Yeah, and I'm sure.
Photorealistic grass always works for Celebi.
Yep. Alright, so...
Honestly, I think after today, I think everyone knows exactly why. Everyone who noticed knows exactly why he feels comfortable in nature.
I'm just hoping this isn't like the end. Like going to bed isn't the end, because it's like interesting. Okay, so...
Don't worry, I'm not gonna have it be the end.
Alright, Azrael. Is Azrael going to do anything with Toriel, or is Toriel going to do anything?
They're just laying down.
And I'm guessing Mito's laying down as well. Correct, Mito?
Yeah.
Okay.
After a while, though.
Oh, you're gonna wake up. Oh, you see a certain person in your room. Two certain
Mito's
people.
not sleeping though. They're just laying there.
It's you're exactly fine, Mito.
I mean, I
Go ahead,
assume
Arawata. Go ahead. Let Crystal
honestly,
talk.
why is he still a rabbit?
Because he's let's just say he's in a very panicky state slash like now it's probably just shock.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, that
He
shock
needs
would
to-
have
he needs to
kept him
calm
from
down.
realizing it's been an hour, and even then, if he tried to go force himself back, he would just pop back into the rabbit.
And because the fact that he's in too much emotional. Like he's being too emotional right now. Anyways, go
Yeah,
ahead, Arawata.
Yeah, basically, when his adrenaline is spiking, is when he pops into that form. Fight or flight response.
Alright, go ahead, Arawata.
When everyone was all settled, and about maybe 5 minutes, Arawata, her eyes slowly begin to finally open as she slowly tries to sit up.
I see that you're awake.
She looks over to see Xiangif.
The first person that actually pronounced it correctly.
I thought Xiongov was it.
Xiongif is it? Y'all kept saying Xiongif. Zai.
I always said Xiongov.
I heard Xiongif, that's why.
Yeah, I've always said Zayanga.
Everyone says Xiongif when it's Xiongif.
I've always said Xiongov.
Well, I've not noticed you, but I've noticed Mito and freaking Drake saying Xiongif, and it's like, it kept bugging me.
Arawata scene. Hello.
Alright, Arawata, go ahead. I am sorry, Arawata, but you made me happy. Someone pronounced it right. Alright, go ahead.
And with just... She could remember what had happened, but she was still recovering from slight pain of what happened. So, was everything that they said was true?
Apparently. I would doubt I don't doubt a god would lie. Especially those four.
How long has it been?
What do you mean?
Well, it seemed like forever when I passed out.
It's been quite a few hours.
So, my whole life I've been questioning, and I'm a reincarnation.
I can't tell you. All I know is what they told me.
In the room left to you, you can hear Turiel starting to hum that lullaby. It looks like this ordeal has stressed out Azrael quite a ton.
Okay.
I have it low, don't worry.
You're good. You're fine. I never would have guessed. I lost her like a year ago.
As Irawata gets the strength to sit up more, she slowly looks over at Xiangif as tears start to run down her face. I'm so sorry.
What are you sorry about?
That I didn't know.
How could you? You see tears falling from his eyes. You would have known. But I should have. You had so much of a resemblance to her. The way you
As
act.
now she turns her body as her feet touch the floor, and she gets up and slowly walks over to Zyonguf and gives him a hug.
He hugs back.
This is just one whole mess, isn't it?
You hear him chuckle as he goes, "Indeed it is. Indeed it is."
She pulls back away from the embrace and just starts to softly smile, still tears in her eyes. At least I still have the talent of making people happy.
Oh shit. I think Zyonguf would blush at that shit. Zyonguf kind of blushes at that.
The last thing I wanted was things to go wrong. But I guess in a life like this, trouble will always be in our way.
I understand that feeling. I always thought I was cursed for a horrible life, especially after I lost her. The only companion I had was Zuko, and he stuck by me through the very end.
She kind of gives a look over towards Zuko.
Zuko's basically cuddling very close to you, actually.
Do you think Zuko knew?
Zuko just shakes his head. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think
All of a
you'd-
sudden, the bed Arawat was sitting on collapses.
Oh shit.
Ugh.
Could Arawat roll a perception check?
Yee.
I forgot about
Oops, wrong one.
If that was the perception check, I was about to freak out.
You can tell that this bed was a little less sturdy than normal, and you just happen to fall upon a bit of bad luck.
Well,
If you wish,
I,
you can use my room.
she just
I'll be right back. I'll see what you guys do in the recording.
her face softly just turns a light pink, or her cheeks turn a light pink. Your room?
Yes. I'll need to fix this bed in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that comfortable anyway. I never could sleep.
Well, what do you wish to have as a bed? I can make anything to make you more comfortable. Was that Mina who just laughed, or what was that?
I didn't do anything. What are you talking
Mino?
about?
Don't you laugh.
It was
the
a slight
moment.
chuckle. Go.
Ruin the moment, you ass. I think I know exactly what you were thinking, you asshole. You sick perverted asshole. Come here. Wait. Fuck, I
What?
can't
No.
move. Come here. I'm gonna kick your ass.
I was thinking that this was somewhat corny, but in a good way. That's why I was laughing. Not.
Okay.
You thought I was thinking about the wrong way there.
I really literally thought you were going the wrong way with that. I was about to kick your
No,
ass.
not this soon.
So, yes, if you wish to have anything, I can make it for you. I'm gonna need to fix this bed either way.
Well, I guess I would like,
Fuck off!
I thought she started laughing. She started laughing.
You were chuckling back in the back, you little ass peanut gallery.
I was doing no such thing.
Uh-huh. Yes, what would you need?
just a comfier, more bed. Just, well, I remember back home in the castle, they would allow me to stay in their little cave. It was cold, and it just seemed like a good home.
Zango smiles, and then I'll make sure you get the very thing you wish.
With candles.
Of course. Well, let's get you to my room.
She gets up slowly from the floor and starts to follow him.
Cheshire. Follow.
Is it morning?
Gives a nod.
It's not. Is it morning? You who the is in my room? Okay.
Oh, I thought that was.
It's fine.
I thought that was one was empty, right?
You're fine. It's okay. You didn't know. This room, sweetie. This room. Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah. I thought that room was vacant, so I gave it to them.
You're fine, dude. I need to go grab freaking. Where is? Oh God, where did I? Oh God, I left.
She's down there.
Umri down here. Oh no. I feel bad for the merchant now that I see him. I feel way horrible for them. By the way, the Umri does Umriel does I said Umri. Fuck. Umriel doesn't have dynamic lighting. I just want to let you know. I didn't want to bug you.
Oh, give me a sec. I can fix that quite easily. There we go.
Oh, thank you. That's much better because I was having to use Zuko to be your guide. Anyways, Umri.
Eventually, the Merchant of Curses comes up as well and enters the room.
That's exactly where Umriel was bringing him, to be honest. Alright, can you move the Cheshire next to Umri right here? For me. Whoever has control.
Where do you want me to put them?
Where I'm right next to Umri. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so this will be your room for
Cheshire.
now. Cheshire, yes. Here you go. How big is the beds, by the way? God damn it.
I think it's a double bed. It's enough to at least fit the two of you since she's a bit.
Yeah, because the funny thing is, her bed's broken.
She's taller than the average kobold, but she's still a bit small.
Taller than the average kobold by a fair bit, I might add.
She's way taller than an average kobold, but you have to consider part of her history is now is a silver dragon.
Yep.
Zung carefully lays down.
Azirwata kind of hesitates at first,
Oh shit.
starting to blush more.
By the way, Zuko just nudges her.
Y'all try and make me laugh at this point.
Well, Zuko would do this. This is the problem because he did it to her before.
And she just like falls onto the bed as her head just like rests on part of Xianga's chest. Oof.
So if everyone is going to, I'm going to say that the wait a second. Zangief, did you decide to do what you wanted to do with the mansion entrance?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh.
I just
thought I
realized my
lost connection for a
freaking mic
second.
was muted!
Oh.
I'm so stupid. By the way, what did y'all last hear from me?
About Zuko.
Okay, so Zyonguf was getting onto Zuko. And what was the thing you asked, John?
Did you decide to do what you wanted to do with the mansion entrance?
Can you DM me what you mean by that? Because I'm having a blank.
By the way,
'Cause-
Mito is not sleeping at all.
Yes, yes. I didn't want to. Yes. Just like, yes, fuck. Sorry.
Yes.
He's asking a defense mechanism.
I know you just said yes so many times that I wanted to say yes.
Yes.
So it has something to do with an earth elemental. Let's just say that, buddy. So yes, everyone goes to bed, buddy. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Except
if-
Mito.
Except for Mito, of course, we know. But I would suggest
Every time you say everyone, I'm going to say.
you're an asshole. You know that.
Everyone except for Mito goes to sleep and thinks. I'm not gonna say because of it, but I'm gonna say it's certainly one aspect. The defense mechanism helps assure that it's a restful and uneventful night.
By the way, I did not just use Conjure Elemental. You know what other spell I'm using, right? Planar Binding. That keeps them there, remember?
Yes.
Planar Binding, that's a fun spell.
Oh, well, that's why I did it on the Elemental.
I love. We did better one of our campaigns. We used it on a little demon.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry. And I did.
Sorry, oh, never mind.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you what level I did it on.
You.
I did it on a 6th level, I think. No, 7th. I'm sorry, 7th. Yeah, 7th level. So that's 30 days. I think it said 30 days. Whatever. You know what I mean. Go ahead. Nighttime, daytime. I mean, whatever. DM, your turn.
Okay, give me 1 second. I need to. Putting down the big boy.
By the way, you remember what he's doing, right?
I am stifling a laugh right now.
You know
even
what
if it
you
doesn't
just
sound
did to me? For whoever whistled, you son of an ass?
That wasn't me. That was.
That was me.
Arawata, I literally spit up my drink because you did that.
Good.
I was
Yo,
drinking when you
drink your
did
drink.
that, you ass. Damn it. Y'all are all welcome for that damn show y'all got, you ass.
Funnily enough, I've never had a spit take.
Well, the problem is I was just drinking it because I got thirsty. Next thing I know, for no fucking reason, a wolf whistle comes out of nowhere. Alright, so, go ahead, DM. Just go ahead. The floor is yours.
Disc.
Fuck y'all. I hate all of you. I love all of you, but I hate all of you. Alright, so...
Well, like I said, uneventful night, and everyone except for me all sleeps.
Yep.
Somewhat alright.
I'm just saying this. If you think Zyonguf has had a sleepless night, he's probably had a hard time sleeping, especially what happened.
Wouldn't you say that Irawata and Zuko being there would at least help?
What do you mean?
With him sleeping.
Just company.
Well, Zuko is keeping company. He always sleeps with Zyonguf in the room with him. But, it's hard because Arawata's there for him to sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, because there's no other room. The merchant took the other room, remember?
Not my fault she ran into a bit of bad luck.
Oh, suck my... By the way, DM, don't forget Eldar would use Hero's Feast.
You've met Table Fate, haven't you?
What? Oh,
Wait, what happened? I'm sorry, what was said?
I said that offhandedly just for no reason, and immediately his reaction.
Is Arawati holding on to Zyonguf in her sleep?
Yep.
You son
Oh.
of a bitch. Because he would wake up now.
Well, it looks like two of them aren't sleeping tonight.
Oh my god, you ass.
Yep, Hero's Feast. An entire breakfast appears on the dining table.
Zuko smells it and just nudges Arawata and leaves.
Arawata just stirs slightly as she slowly wakes up, just feeling something.
In the meantime, while Zuko's coming over, Torio sneaks out of the kitchen with a few pies in hand to add to the banquet.
Pies. Sorry. Zuko loves pies.
Oh, it's the pie that you pictured the full HP.
What? I didn't hear you. I didn't hear him.
Drake goes and says it's the pies that have recovered your HP.
I can't hear it.
The butterscotch pie. The butterscotch pie, buddy. Remember?
Yes.
Full HP heal item.
Mm-hmm.
Quite right.
Arawata, can you let go of
She quickly realizes what he meant, and she quickly gets up and falls off of the bed with a loud thud.
You know what? I'm gonna keep what I have in mind secret.
You okay?
That was a nice awakening.
He chuckles at that. Well, I believe it's time for breakfast.
Can
I
you?
need to check
help me?
if I can find a master bedroom map.
Yes, that would be perfect. What did I just say?
You walked right into that one.
Yes, I did! I didn't even realize it. Zyonguf begins walking out. Are you going to the
Yeah.
front?
Are you going to help me up?
Oh! Shit. Yes.
Quick in the back.
Do a strength check, I dare you.
He's not gonna make me do a strength. Is he really gonna make me do a strength check for that?
Just do it for laughs.
Fine.
Yeah, honestly.
Fine, I'll do it for laughs. I'm gonna laugh if I fail. This is gonna be your fault.
I said it because of how emotionally exhausting yesterday was, and how you guys didn't sleep very well. You tried to lift her, but you only managed to get her off a few feet off the ground. But you lose it.
Oh, son of a... I already see what scene's coming up. Oh, great.
Ow!
She's on top of me. Motherfucker. He blushes hard.
She also blushes hard. Zianga,
Who's eating popcorn right now?
Sorry, I'm an ice cruncher.
I literally
It's
thought someone was
popcorn. You don't need to lie.
It's not popcorn. I had cookies earlier.
Zianga, making move already?
Then again, I am having a movie. I am having a movie drink.
Did you not just hear what Eric just said?
What? Sorry, what?
Say it again, Eric.
Zianga, are you trying to make a move on me already?
Do you see his face turn what color would his face turn, actually? Purple, right? I think it's purple.
Yeah, tieflings have purple blood, so it would be you would be a grape.
How turning purple? Oh my god! You just see him start turning purple at that. He's trying to get out of this situation. He can't.
She chuckles. It's probably best we don't talk about what happened and we go eat.
Yes, please get up.
She slowly gets up and walks out and goes to get food because she was really hungry.
Zianga follows her, just blushing, like, yeah.
If it helps, Matthew, I wasn't planning on that kind of thing. All right, I was just planning for you to abruptly let her go.
Well, the problem is he would have fallen for that. He would have failed.
And Jasira Wata walks over and quickly whispers in his ear.
Oh hell! Oh hell! What is this?
I would do the meme, but I can't
Don't you-
muster.
Dude, no.
I would change the color of your face before people start to ask. Hey, Drake.
He just keeps blushing at that. Who the fuck is laughing like that? Who is fucking laughing? Is that John? John, are you okay?
That's not me. That's Mito.
No, that's Mito!
What's wrong with Mito? God!
You have me. What? This is how I laugh hard.
I feel so bad for Mito now. He's gonna get so hated on that. I'm never gonna forget that, Mito, by the way. That
It's
laugh
just
is
a
beautiful.
laugh.
No, the laugh is a demon.
What was he laughing at?
I'm gonna be honest, dude. That sounded a lot like my laughing.
I'm
It really
honestly
did,
not
which kind of took me off
entirely
guard.
sure what I was laughing at.
You were laughing at my pain. Shut up.
Totally.
Anyway.
Honestly, knowing me, probably.
But what is Mito doing, by the way? He smells food.
Passed out from exhaustion. They hadn't slept all night.
God
After
damn it! You're
that's
going to
just
miss
all the day.
another Heroes Feast, dude.
No, they were there for the last one. They just came in last minute.
But you didn't get the effects because of the fact that you didn't stay there the whole time.
Iruwacha just slowly sighs. I'll just go get Mito.
Well, actually, dude, Zianga trying to calm down. Zianga goes, Umriel, can you please wake up Mito? She bows and quickly and says, "Yes, master."
Jasira Wata gives like a slight smirk and in a teasing manner she jokes, so your servant's now a dragon. I wonder why.
Zianga just hits the table with his head. No! Fuck, I didn't
Hey,
realize
she's
that.
very flirty, and whose fault is that?
I hate you,
Point the arrows!
John. John, I hate you. I hate you so much, John.
I've already explained that I was trying to go with something she would like to play.
Yes, but the fact that it is torturing me now, you ass.
Plus, I know your friend. Plus, I know your friends, so I wanted to make sure your characters got along well. The bookworm
Friend,
You're
thing
doing
was
great.
Wink.
You're doing great.
Wink.
I'm done. Umriel comes into the room.
I'm sorry.
Master Mito, you need to wake up.
Mito is unresponsive at the moment. They're just asleep.
I don't think you want her waking you up, buddy. Trust me. She grabs Mito and starts shaking him hard. She just smirks, shaking him hard. Just wake up!
Yeah, that's enough to wake Mito up. Barely.
I can just wait, what state is he in?
Poor rabbit.
I can just imagine that. It's just like she's all calm and shit, and she's just like, Amito, it's time to wake
nice
up.
try, dear. I'm not letting you do that just yet.
By the way, I didn't mean to place her in there. I just was putting my camera in there for a reason, but it popped, so she didn't see it yet. So does he wake up?
Oh my god.
Of course she wakes up from that.
Ah, Master Mito! Time to eat.
Yeah, shaking him violently.
The funny thing is, Umriel is kind of like Mito. Well, not kind of like. She's a prankster.
So she's a bitch, but she's
No, she's not a bitch. First of all, don't call my
Hey.
friend a bitch. She is very nice, but she can be very cruel when it comes to
Mischievous.
pranks. Yes.
Mito's not a bitch either. She just doesn't understand that nobody likes her practical jokes.
Irwato
So,
will
yeah,
soon
you
probably
kinda just got
because
shaken
somebody's.
Shut up. Zion is still blushing at this point because of that what you just said. So don't you think you're out of this?
Irwata just chuckles as she slowly slides over a book, and it says, "Containing emotions."
Son
in
of a
quotation
bitch.
marks.
Oh my god. Alright, so Umriel, let's get back to the roleplay. Umriel grabs Mito. If you're not gonna come, I'll just take you away.
I suggest you be a bit more cautious with a darker brown pie. I made snail pie for my son.
What did Oreo say?
What's going on?
She said to be more cautious with a darker brown pie. She made snail pie for Azrael.
Oh, okay. Mito, you're being carried by Umriel and her like.
Yeah, I should probably move the token.
Oh, you okay? There you go. She just tosses your ass inside the kitchen, like to right here.
Oh, give me a sec. That was a
Did
mistake.
you? By the way, Mito, did you see where it was? Right here. Go down towards the kitchen.
I know. I'm just map is being weird. I need to zoom it out.
Eventually, Freya and the merc come down as well.
Let me go get Master Azrael now.
Well, there's also a Simeon.
Oh yeah, Simeon. Well, she's gonna. Yeah, Simeon. She would have done a Simeon, but she's already out now. Wait, where's Azrael? I can't find him. Is he already in there? I'm gonna be pissed.
No. Okay. How do I put this? Let me just quickly place down Simeon Spuds in position. Don't you dare say anything just yet.
Anything just yet.
I'm scared. I'm actually scared right now.
I'm just smiling right now, and none of you probably know why.
What the fuck? Master, Azrael. She's just blinking at you right at this point because she did not expect this.
They turn around from putting on some new clothes.
Yes.
Breakfast is served.
Thank you.
Do I need to punch you like I did Mito?
They give you a confused blank expression.
She starts walking menacingly towards them. Like I said, do I need to punch you like I did Mito? If you think she won't, she will.
Why would I need to be punched?
I said punted, not punch. Okay, that's it. She picks up Azrael. Did you really think she wasn't gonna do this? Come on. She drags.
She legitimately doesn't know what she's talking about.
I know, that's why she grabbed him. Sorry, I didn't mean to put her back up in there.
I'll be there in a second. I'll be there in a
Nope,
second.
she's already carrying. This is her character. You have to pay attention. So, you want to know what a punt is? Here you go. He punts you back there as well.
I need you to roll a d20.
No, she didn't kick you that hard.
Can you please roll the d20 anyway, please?
Sure, I don't mind. There you go. Please tell me Oh, I rolled a 3.
Well, I
Okay,
mean,
so
honestly, I think the priest what you kind of wanted to convey anyways didn't kick that hard.
Since she says she's a dragoness, I'm gonna at least say she falls face. She lands face first over here near the end of the table.
Zyoga's just like, oh god, what have I done? Zyoga just looks over. I'm so sorry for Unreal. Unreal. She has a tendency to have a mischievous side, folks.
You chose the wrong you chose the person as a servant.
Yeah.
Mito just
Watson
looking at all the
just-
food right now and realizing she can't eat it as a rabbit.
Yeah, she can. She can eat anything because it conjures anything. It can conjure.
Plus, you're not exactly a normal rabbit.
Honestly, and plus,
You're not wrong.
and plus, plus, you know what Drake's dietary needs.
Hey DM, do they
True.
need to? By the way, I don't know if it's still blushing. Does they need to do a perception check, or do you not want to do that?
Well, I'm gonna need perception checks for both the blushing and a certain thing you discovered.
Oh yeah, I have to do that one. So everyone do 2 perception checks.
Me too.
Yes. Well, not you. You do 1. You know why. You know exactly why. Well, I got smoke in my eyes. Motherfuck. Look at my score.
Jesus.
Look at my
2430.
Even Arrow wasn't getting smoke in her eyes.
Wait, so
That's what you get.
I'm assuming you have expertise in perception.
But yeah, do 2 perceptions, Drake.
I did too.
Oh, you already did 2? Oh, 12 and 16.
You didn't do one. You
Yeah, you
didn't.
did.
Arawatsa and Ziank, if you didn't do 2 perceptions.
Oh, we only do 1 because they already. Zion knows he's blushing. What do you mean?
Not about the. Oh, right. Oh.
Dayanga, do perception to see if you know you're blushing.
Yeah, which one do you? By the way, Drake, which one do you want as your blushing one? Or no, I'm sorry, DM. Which one do you want? The first one or the second one be the blushing one for Drake? God damn it. So do they pass? I know Mito fucking sees it.
Mito sees all.
It's up to
I'm gonna
Drake.
say
to
he
see.
sees. Yeah, I'm gonna say he sees. Give me a stick to roll a bunch of T20s.
I mean, 12 perception isn't really that bad. I mean, this should actually trying to hide it.
Could you have Zuko roll a perception, please?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, I didn't really realize. I forgot Zuko. I keep forgetting Zuko. Perception for Zuko. Oh, he actually did pretty well. Excuse me. God damn.
You should take like a pill or something for your gas, man.
It's okay. Anyways, so yeah, he got an 18.
Oof. Oof.
Alright, what does everyone see? Especially Drake and Mito.
Well, Tori already noticed the grape. Only a Simeon and Eldar noticed you blushing afterwards, though. As for something else,
What about Drake and Mito? Do they notice?
yeah, well, did Drake?
Drake got a 12 and a 16. It's up to you which one passes and which one fails.
I'm gonna say though. I'm gonna say both those pass along with Mito's.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So y'all see him. You see him purplish, and I hate the grape comment you asked.
Hey! People always consider regular bright blushing as someone being a tomato.
I know. I'm still.
So of course I was gonna make the grape comment.
I think you mean a tomato.
Oh, frick you!
Tomato.
Wait, actually, you made up, you buddy.
Okay, guys. Okay, calm it down. Let's continue. So, what does Drake Mito do? Zuko would already know why he's blushing either way.
Eldar.
Scion of just
Eldar Toriel, the merchant, and Freya do notice something else. I.e. is... you know what I'm talking about, Matthew.
I do not know what you're talking about. Wait. What are you talking about? I'm scared. What?
What Unreal discovered in the room.
Oh, okay, yeah. Azrael, yeah. Because, by the way, all the servants would know too. Every servant, by the way. Because the masters of the master servants did.
Doesn't mean they can't be confused.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Zionoglyph doesn't know, so she can't say. So, guys,
But Drake and Mito do notice.
Umro notices. So, how do you like Azriel's look? She just giggles. Zionoglyph just looks over, just now finally noticing because she said it out loud.
They grab onto the table and slowly pull themselves up, looking at Unreal with a confused look.
What?
I do not understand what is going on.
What's up with the new look, Kaz? Please tell me nobody's noticed Azriel's new look.
I give it lots of looks
Mito
over
has, they
and
just don't know how to react to it
I
right
know
now.
exactly what shirt they're wearing too. That's the sad part. It's like it's a sweater version of fucking Torio's outfit.
Well, actually, that's a specific interpretation of that outfit. When you'll find out in a few. How do I put this comments?
Yeah, but anyways,
They look over themselves a bit and like stand up, looking around themselves, like touching different parts of their body, and like and then they just face palm.
Something wrong, Azrael?
oh I just realized they're female. Fuck!
Note to self. Be more careful with the deck next time.
Be more careful of the what?
The
Deck.
deck.
Wait.
Oh
what's
my
going
god! He drew from the deck!
Well, I'll think of it this way. And up until now, no one had the reworked deck, so they had to find out what it could do eventually.
Wait, what happened?
They drew one card and 72-hour gender change.
Hey, at least it's not like
I'll
this.
make that a week's. I apologize.
Now
May I just
Zyogif
see-
hears the deck part and walks over to him.
Maybe I'll just get stare for a while and just break into laughter. Just
Well, if these are the bad effects from the deck, I think we have a lot less to worry about this time.
I think it's more safe now, Drake.
I need that deck right now.
No.
No, seriously, it can fix one of my biggest problems clearly. So
It's not gonna,
give it to me.
brother. It's not, Mito. It's not gonna work. Trust me.
She looks at both. She looks at both Yonguf and Mito with a sort of fire. They have a sort of fiery look in their eyes.
Hey, whoa! Don't you be getting that flare look at me. I'm just looking at you.
Oh, seriously, give me that deck now, please.
I will pull out something you'll never see Zyogif pull out if you even come near him.
Plus, you do realize that it's as random as it has always been.
So
Zyogif is not, at
Can't
this
spend
point,
nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, Zyogif is tempted to pull a card from the deck at this point, because he sees this. And he's never seen the deck many things do this, actually.
But seriously, now that's reworked, you should let Mito pull from it. Let him be the guinea pig, or her be the guinea pig.
No, Zyogif's going first, bitch.
Also, Mito is going to try and focus on going back to quote unquote normal.
So, Azriel, could I see the deck for a second? I'm scared. You got rid of the alignment change, right?
Maybe, maybe not. We'll see.
I'm scared.
I mean, officially, if you got,
Oh, I'm
officially
gonna just say it's been edited.
Okay, cool. And I bet it's this. He got the alignment card, which actually did gender swap card.
No, actually, thing is, I'm taking inspiration from way different homebrew decks for it's.
Well, Zyongif is asking Azrael if he can pull out the deck for him.
They awkwardly reach into their skirt pocket and slowly pull out the deck.
What do I have to roll? A d20? Oh god, this is gonna be fun.
Actually, roll a d100.
100? How do I do that?
literally just roll D100
Oh, found it. Okay,
/ roll D100.
I got an 8. Out of all 100, I got an 8. Holy shit, that's actually cool.
You caught the Pokemon.
I caught a what?
Oh, you don't play PTU. The Pokemon system will
Oh.
caught Pokemon.
What happened? Oh god, I don't like that. Oh!
Give me a second. Okay, so
as
in your hand, the card bursts into flames, and at first nothing appears to happen, but you. Oh, sec.
Oh god, what just
I need to
happened?
find what I need.
I don't even know what card it was.
By the way, did Mito's attempts to turn back into her dragon self work?
Anyway, you turn around and you see a man clad in iron armor. Sir Stotham, I am here to serve you. If there's anything you require, let me know.
How long does this last?
You tried the night card.
I drew the knight card? But what does that mean? Does that mean he has a permanent... What?
you have a knight in a knight in your servant in your service.
Oh my god! For how long?
I mean, the original deck was forever. This probably was one of the causes need to be rebalanced.
Thing is, in both versions of that card, there isn't a time limit, but they're completely loyal to you, but they won't allow mistreatment.
Well, good thing I'm lawful good.
Yep.
Hey, Azrael.
Very well, soldier. I don't know what to say to him.
She looks over at Erwat with a head.
She kind of like just nervously taps her fingernails together. May I try a card?
I swear to God, Everyone's gonna try a card. OMG, yes. By the way, can
we limit to at least 4 cards per session?
Yeah, that's fine. By the way, DM, Mito wanted to ask, did he succeed in getting back to his dragon form? Because I did hear him say that.
Yes.
Alright, let me roll.
Yeah, a large puff of smoke appears at the opposite end of the table, and your Mito in his dragon state reappears.
DM, are you gonna give me the character sheet for this guy, and plus, can you give me control?
It's basically a level. It's basically a level 4. It's basically a level 10 fighter.
Okay, but I don't know what a level 10 fighter is.
I don't have it. I don't have a sheet ready to go.
We're gonna have to make one. That's fine. But I need control of him though.
Well, don't worry, Drake was still not drawn from the deck.
Yeah. Airwater, go to the dice if you're gonna draw a card. Click on it, and then you see D20. Change that to D100. Yes.
That was basically them announcing their
Well, you can just do
loyal.
this. There's a command.
Well, Zonoglyph is commanding him to go eat. How do I turn him? God damn it. There we go.
That's the actual command for just you running it.
What?
You just type it into the chat without parentheses and everything.
Oh, okay.
Okay. How do I put this? She drew the Fates card.
Wait, what? What is the fate card? Oh,
Well,
no.
officially, it's like
Officially, it allows her to erase an action, but in this reworked version, soon her character will have the chance to correct or atone for what they view as their biggest mistake.
Cool. That's cool. Okay. Wow.
okay. It's
Player decides what, and I decide how you do it.
Of course. Makes sense.
Yeah, the
Well-
face card's one of the most broken cards in the deck. Normally, it's just like, what do you change? I changed this to the main bad guy was never born.
Well, anyways, let's get back to the game, guys. I think that's enough for today.
Can I draw from it?
Azrael, do you wish to let him draw?
They silently roll their eyes and wait, but you have the deck.
No, he doesn't. You do.
She gave you the deck.
Oh, she gave me the deck.
Like, you guys, this would probably end up happening. Plus, it was so you were drawn from it rather than her.
Oh, so okay, so Zyonga goes down to the table. Here you go. Grab on the deck.
In the meantime, she awkwardly sits down in Oriole.
But I must
By the way,
And
is there
brings over a slice of steak pie.
say
Is
what?
there the same draw limit as there was on the last deck? The 3 per?
There's only well, no, he
He
said
said 4 cards per session.
Four cards per session. Do not draw 2. We're gonna save the last one. So please only draw one.
Mito's going to draw one card from the deck.
Alright.
They're
Nice.
hoping for a specific card, though, and I'm pretty sure you'll
I
know.
think I know what you're doing, Jitter Swap. Alright, roll 100. D100. Let's see what you get.
Alright,
Oh my
3,
God.
2, 1. Rolling a D. Oh, how do I.
Just use
Oh,
the command to type
Hold
in.
on. Roll 20 is being weird. One
Well,
moment.
I did it from the dice thing. It was easier that way.
Yeah.
Roll 20 is lagging for a second. One
good.
moment. Here we go. Roll 20.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Damn.
He got the highest out of all of us.
Highest does not always mean best, though.
It does not.
No, it does not, but I'm just saying, damn. Well, what did he get? DM. See,
Got
this
a
is
bad
more,
feeling about this.
This is more like it. I like this. I like this more deck.
Honestly,
this
I
more
do
lawful
too.
good deck. Now we don't have to worry about dying. So, DM,
Oh my goodness.
what happened? Please tell me what happened.
Give me a sec.
Mito.
Come
Mito, I'm
on.
scared. I know he got rid of the Death and Flames card, but I don't know what cards he kept. I now know there's Fate, there's the gender swap one, and then there's the one I got, the
Right
Soldier.
now I'm like,
DM, just say it.
I can't. I know what he got, but I can't. Yeah, but how am I going to do this when I didn't? Neither of us could find a proper image for it.
What was it?
I
What was
can't-
it?
I think it's
No,
skull.
it can't be.
What was it? Tell me. I can help you.
Hold on, if it actually is that one, feel free to replace it, even though that's what Mito wants, because it would be difficult to find a picture for it.
Is
That
it
would actually
actually
take
the
a fair bit
gender
of time.
swap one? Is it actually the gender swap one, dude?
It was, but you know what? I'm gonna say something.
Hold on. What
Mito,
color are you?
What race would you like to play as?
What color? What color is the dragon, by the way?
Honestly, I
Bronze
kind of.
dragon.
That's the thing. I
Bronze?
kind of want to keep the Antho Dragon race, like as a player, is the thing. So, ooh.
Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I might have a. Holy shit.
Hmm?
Oh, I just saw something cool. Nothing. Do you want wings or no?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll give you something good. Give me a second.
Yes, well, like Mito said, well, he said he was alright with it not being a gender swap.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
but if
just
he's
gonna
g-
help him find some. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. No, if he can find a picture, then
I'm most certainly gonna be keeping Asriel as that gender for a while.
And I have. You want to know something?
what?
Guess what I just fucking found? And it's more of a better color for it as well.
Oh, wait, really?
Yep.
How the hell did you find what we both couldn't? How do you think
Well,
it
the
works with
thing
a
is,
female?
you're trying to pay attention to the gold typing of it. Look at the
No,
bronze
I know. I was
colors.
going with bronze, not gold.
Well, look at this, guys. Oh, shit. That is not what I wanted. I even saved it for you guys so you can use it every time. So I'm going to copy image and put it in the general chat in D&D. Here you go, guys. There you fucking go.
You know what? I'll work with it.
Dude, it's the perfect color, too, because that's actually a bronze dragon.
It is.
I'm pretty sure I've actually seen that one before when I was
It's
in
a-
Dragonborns.
It's a dragonkin. It's 98 best male dragonkin images. But the thing is, y'all,
So basically a Dovahkiin.
a Dovahkiin, yeah, basically a Dovahkiin. But the problem is, yeah, whatever. Ruined my
Honestly,
fun.
I want to have Drake draw a card, but I know in character he wouldn't do it.
Well, in character, the only problem the deck of many things was with Zyongif was the cards that deal death in it. He trusts the gods enough to change them.
I mean, Drake trusts the gods enough too. It's just the fact he's still
You're
not
still,
exactly.
but your character, you're fine, dude. Your character wouldn't do it. You're doing it. You're doing perfect.
I
So-
kind
The thing is, there's only one. There's only one death-causing card left, and even then, you can still be resurrected if you don't lose your soul permanently.
Funny thing is, we have a fucking resurrector right there.
honestly,
Yeah.
can I just roll a fake D100 to see what Drake would have drawn?
Can he do that, DM?
What did you say?
Can he
A mock
just
draw, pretty much.
Can he do a mock roll just to see what he would have gotten? He's not really drawing. Basically, he's not really drawing. He's just wanting to see what he would have gotten.
Oh, you could if you want, but there's still one.
Yeah, I'm trying to put the new
still
picture.
one more card.
It's gonna take a second.
DM, the picture's in the general chat. You can go ahead and use it.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I know. I was just trying to put it into the Roll20 thing, and it's not letting me for some reason.
How would you
Okay.
do that? What? How would you do that in here? Wouldn't the DM have to do that?
You can edit your own character sheet's picture, you know.
Hey, give me a sec. Give me a sec.
Holy shit! That scared me.
Okay, apparently Drake got the same card. 91.
You're joke. No, it was 92 for Mito.
Not in.
That would have been you. That would have been wall hack for 6 minutes.
Wall hacker? Holy shit!
What is that,
Yeah.
Wall Hacker? What does that do?
It was basically you can go through walls anywhere you want.
No, seeing through.
Oh, seeing through walls. Never mind. Basically, you would see. You
Oh,
basically. had wall
X-ray would have been a better word.
Yeah,
X-ray.
X-ray hacking. Basically, you can see through walls in any kind of environment. Basically, if you have a rock in front of you, you can literally see behind that rock.
Honest. So
can't-
many things I don't mind in character. I don't character that I mind in character, but still, it's that's what's fun about this character.
Be
Mito's
honest
just
with you-
silently cheering to himself right now. It's just,
You're still a dragon, you know that, right?
Well, he's a male dragon. That's what he wanted. Zyongif hands the card's deck back to Asriel. Well, that was better than I expected.
Nah, Drake's whole opinion. But honestly, another fun thing is the female Celebi is shiny.
Oh, I know. That's the funny part. You'd be a fucking pink Celebi.
oh my god.
Alright, so I guess an hour passed and the Hero's Feast is done. How much do we get?
Let me see if I can find that roll again.
I think it's
It's-
2d10s, I think.
Yeah, it's 2D. Yeah, let me roll that 2D.
On
3.
We get a 3. You're joking.
Yeah, you only get 3 temporary hit points.
Well, at least
Oh.
we're
It's
immune
something.
to.
It's better than some. It's better than nothing.
Well, not only that, we're immune to. Hold on. We're immune to. We're cure of all
Poison.
diseases. We're immune to poison and being frightened, basically fear, and makes all wisdom save throws with an advantage. So we're pretty good. We're good.
Mito's just smugly smirking at Azrael right now.
I just love how Hero's Feast just makes Drake completely.
First of all,
Out.
I was the one that made you let you do that. By the way, it was my choice. Excuse me.
No, the reason he's smirking smugly at Azrael is because he got lucky from drawing the same card that Azrael has to deal with now.
Well, by the way,
and like I
Zion-
said, I'm planning to keep him there for a while. Yours isn't gonna last it nearly as long.
Aw. Wait, how long was it supposed to last normally?
Normally, it lasts about a day. Only lasts a day. I'm extending things a little bit to make it work.
For
Okay, but-
Azrael, oh.
Yours is going to last a week. For Azrael, it's going to last much longer.
Gotcha.
So, Zangief gives back the cards, and I guess everyone gets done eating. So
Yeah.
should we start heading off?
I suppose we should.
Yes, so.
Zarkus looks down. I bet you're happy.
I am indeed.
Well, let's get going then.
Irawato's kind of zoning over at Mito and just kind of was just shocked.
Now I have 3 fucking characters I have to look after, you ass. God damn it. I love
Wait,
it.
Hey, luck of the draw, dude.
I know, right? Like, the funny thing is, I was hoping for another servant, to be honest with you. I was hoping either, like, I was being greedy. I was hoping for either, like, money or a brand new servant.
Mito's already rich. Why would you need more money?
Well, remember, he's only the thing is, remember, he doesn't know if Mito will help out with money issues. And plus, now that you're a dragon kind of has a problem with
I
giving
know.
away money.
I was being a bit sarcastic there.
Okay, so...
I'm bad at sarcasm.
Oh, By the way, if you want to do sarcasm, you should do it like in a girly voice for yourself. You know what?
Oh
I can give you all the money you want. I could see that as sarcasm. Maybe. Alright, should we get the carriage out? Or should we keep it stuck in here?
Give me 1 second while I quick finish the grabbing the new character image.
I am
Guys,
still the only cow who
I gotta say the image I picked for this.
Oh, where's my servant? Excuse me. My servant, my good sir. I do not see him.
Be patient.
Oh, the rabbit token's still here for me though. That's why.
Yeah,
I was
give him
wondering
a
why I
second.
couldn't move it, and I was like, oh.
I
It
love
just
this.
did not
This is
click with my
beautiful.
brain.
This is how did y'all not find this character? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It took me way too long to notice what
What
it
did y'all
actually.
What did y'all write? What did y'all type in the Google bar, or whatever bar y'all use? What did y'all write?
What do you mean?
Like, what did y'all write in the Google bar when you searched for it?
I looked up a lot of it. Basically,
I looked up bronze dragon humanoid.
That's
yeah,
what
that's
I
basically
put-
what I looked
basically
up, but
what I
I couldn't
looked up-
find it.
I looked up this bronze dragon humanoid male.
Yeah, I looked up that too, and I still didn't find it.
It was just like a few short like roll downs, and you'll.
I
find
think
it.
I just got unlucky.
Maybe, but you're welcome. Y'all can keep that just in case.
Yep, unfortunately, it only lasts for a week though.
Funny thing is,
Poor Mito.
funny thing is, you could like if you did find that, you could if we found that earlier, or if you had asked us to help you find that earlier,
Yeah.
you could have kept that instead of the female.
Too late now.
Oh well. So we get to move on with the carriages, I believe.
Pretty much, yeah.
I am so sorry, Simeon, but my Pegasus is not fucking pulling the carriage. If they don't have anything to pull the carriage, my Pegasus
Is Simeon in here right now?
No, he
Wow.
isn't.
He had work to do. By the way, I don't know if I said this before. Simeon has work, and Joker had work, and
Yeah. I might have to see about Saturdays rather than Tuesdays.
yeah, because Simeon, Joker has
no,
work.
that's impossible for me.
Can't do it on Saturdays. I got another session, man.
Oh yeah.
Sundays could work. Like I said, we need to wait till Avon's here. By the way, let's just wait till Avon's here to talk about that.
Yeah.
Well, I need to say that I'll be going on. My family will be going on the 10th to Mexico, so I won't be able to host on the 13th.
Gotcha.
Well, the next session's in the 9th. Oh, nope, that's not it.
The 6th.
Six.
On the 6th, correct?
Oh, so there will still be another session.
Yeah, there still will be
Yeah.
another session. We just gotta hope that Avon will be there to discuss this. Okay, so
Hopefully 1 week doesn't go by too fast in character time.
I'm guessing Irawata's staying very close to Ziongoth. I just noticed this. Where's my Pegasus? Hold up! You son of a bitch.
If you'll excuse me, I'll take the helm.
Why are you taking the helm? Wait,
Isn't,
we're not going
Yeah.
by water!
isn't that Dust's job anyways?
Dusk producer.
They walk up to the helm, one of their, and say confidently, "Step away, please."
This is my ship.
Their hand sparks with blue electricity.
Ziongoth speaks up. Mito, we're not going by water.
Why not?
Because there's no water towards Crawfus.
This is my ship.
We can.
Mito, I wouldn't get too confident. Just because you got a new look doesn't mean you have the same smarts as you did before.
Damn. Mito, look.
Mito's gonna need some Vaseline for those burns on his scales.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm really honestly one of the things I still think the Dusk is definitely gonna be Xemnas. Blue electricity.
Mito.
More like I took inspiration from the unknown. They turned to the group. By the way, call me Yuksut.
Yuksut? Oh god.
Yuksut.
I am not gonna remember that at all.
Nope, not me either.
Anagram.
I know. Mito.
Yes.
We need to get off the ship. We're not going to be on the ship. There's
Honest-
no water. There's no water in Crawfus.
Fine.
I'm just trying to DM you all.
You
We
can
already
tell
unknown
that
is
he's
Xemnas.
really reluctant about getting off the ship again.
Mito, we could sell the ship.
This is my ship. I paid for it. I am not
know,
losing my ship.
You could sell it, brother. More money.
This
That's
is
how it's.
my
That's how
ship.
it's.
Mito, you could literally get a whole horde of money for this ship.
There are places I want to go on this ship, but we have things to attend to right now.
That's
Do
how
we
you
not?
pronounce it.
You
Yeah.
could. Okay.
I'm just gonna say the DM. You do know that the unknown is Xemnas?
And I am aware of that.
So we grab. Okay, so we grab the carriages and start heading off towards Crawfus, right?
Mm.
Everyone.
Yes.
Yes, everyone.
Yeah.
That's
Sour
why I
as
said
Mito
right,
is not leaving
everyone.
the ship.
Okay, buddy.
Thing
I will
is-
burn that shit down. I'm joking.
Thing is, since it's getting a bit late, I'm going to say that is the end of the chapter.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Okay, that was honestly probably a good place to end it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did everyone here think?
We just got a god killed.
Oh
I
my
knew
God.
I was planning on it to happen eventually, which I had asked about different gods. I was actually planning for the Fido's god to die, but then he left, and then you started calling then you started committing blasphemy, so it worked out in the end.
Funny thing is, funny thing is, John has been asking me the whole time, what kind of gods would be the best gods to do this with, and I told him all the gods that were basically was being called out. You were talking about the Celestials, which has a Celestial god. The dragons would be the most pissed out of it.
And of course, the deities wrap it all up into one, and Bahamut
Honestly,
fits
out
the
of
fits the
character.
package.
Yeah,
Out of
Bahamut,
character, I wish it had been Tiamat. Fuck Tiamat.
Tiamat.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, but then you started insulted Celestials as well. So
Yeah.
they just fit the package.
Honestly though, if there's been team, it would not have invoked such emotional.
I would like to
As-
say this.
Drake thinks team is the joke, anyways.
Yeah, Tiamat nearly over the dragon, so that would have been less of a hit.
Plus the fact that it is. Pay attention to what dragons you were making fun of.
Yeah. Although
Because
to be fair, he
most of
does.
the
You were
Dragon-
making fun of the good. You were insulting the two good deities, the
Yeah.
two good types.
Dragons,
Because
yeah.
Tiamat doesn't have a accordance, especially to two characters that I showed you in the in-character chat.
I mean, one of them was white, so it's dead.
Well, one of them was gold. No, the one was gold. Because
And
the
one was
gold
white.
dragon, yes, but they have a union in that land. But the gold one worshipped Bahamut, while the white worshipped Amarda.
Yeah, by the way, one thing I do want to
Tamara.
mention,
Tamara.
the reason that
Tamara.
Mito is the way Mito is because basically the world he comes from is what would happen if you took every poorly done Murder Hobo-ish campaign to the maximum.
Yeah,
Every
we get
dragon is evil, things like that.
We get it, and we
honest-
understand. It's just that.
And I must say, it really frustrates
And-
that I've had that. You know something? I had to talk down 2 suicides in 2 days.
The funny thing is, when you started talking about suicide, Zyongov has a problem with that. Especially when he's tried it already.
Honestly, Drake is just so much more chill about the fact that he's trying to kill himself.
Yeah, because I didn't want to bring that up, but the problem is
Yeah.
Problem is that you brought up a very bad old wound. You brought up the day of when Zyongov the first few days, Zyongov lost his wife. And in that days, he used that very same short sword that was in his hand to kill himself. But it didn't work.
Honestly, it's something I didn't want to say directly for Drake either because it's just weird. But this was hinted all the time in his bio. If anyone who's really familiar with how Monado works, yeah, you don't pick that thing up unless you're willing to die.
Well, the problem is with the
That's how I'm
Monado,
played Xenoblade Chronicles. That's both technically right and technically wrong.
I wanted to say this, Drake, about the Monado. When I first heard that sword was a god-slaying sword, I was
Once again, my mistake for not reading all the way through the.
Also, I would like to say that technically in the
not-
source material it's from, it's only that in its final form, which is at
Yes,
the
but
end
it's-
of the game.
We're talking about
Yeah.
level 20.
it kind of made me kind of like freak out because, like I said, there's a little fact about Asmodeus and it's any god, really. There's a little fact about the gods that I don't know
If you name them verbally, they can scry you.
Yes, I didn't know if DM wanted me to say this or not. That's why I was kind of hesitant to say it. So if you say their
out of
name,
character, it's all right, but out of
Okay.
in character, they don't know yet.
yeah. So in character, y'all won't know this, but out of character, when you say their name, they can
They can
literally
scry
scry
you.
you. They have free range to scry you. So what y'all just did was gave Asmodeus the full plan of what y'all are trying to do with Zyongov. So you are.
Well, you haven't died yet, so he doesn't have permission to take you yet.
Nope. But the problem is, like I told you, you could have had Bahamut kill me and then have Eldar resurrect me. Like I
What
said.
if someone blasphemed against
The thing is, I still went by damage rolls, so it didn't kill you.
Like I said, but it's a god. It would have done more damage than that.
All I'm gonna ask is very simply: does it give him permission to scry you forever, or just in that moment?
They get to scry
Drake-
you for a few, for a while.
So Drake, what did you think of Arceus being your deity?
Yeah. Well.
Honestly, though, what?
Yeah,
It turns out there was a homebrew Arceus god that's in the nature domain, so it works for you.
one thing I want to say. What did you guys expect Mito to say in that situation? Of course he was just going, you're scared shitless and
Well, the
unable to speak.
Bahamut was expecting you to say something. Was expecting you to either apologize
Yeah, but
because
I thought he was going to. I thought you were going to keep. You were going to insult him right in his
Mito
face.
No. I would have Mito apologize there because he is a cowardly person, but he was too scared to even speak there.
well,
That
which
wasn't
makes
happening.
that's why I said it made sense to me. I was like,
Well, because of that, it was hard to me to work up to that situation, which is why I had to
well,
Yeah.
interpret. Which is why I had to work with it by having Bahamut get mad with you not speaking at all.
well, no,
I-
you worked in the right way. Bahamut would have gotten angry either way because one, he's showing cowardice. Bahamut does not agree with cowardice. He's the god of justice. In this campaign, he's the god of justice. Meaning, you better speak up so I can have a good reason to not attack you.
Honestly, I feel like Asmodeus is probably because he said it just the right way that he didn't blaspheme him, so he can't actually come up. But he
Also,
knows.
expect me to make fun of Azrael a lot now.
By the way, I would like to point out.
Once I during the past week I had been looking through different documented things, interpretations, like reworks, and one of them had a gender swap card. So of course I was going to use that, but others sounded good, so I combined them into one large deck.
Funny thing is, Mito, we could literally do something to turn you fully male. That's the funny part, and you're not realizing it.
Honestly, I would say
I honestly find it
Reincarnation.
funnier though.
Oh,
I
I
want to
just
keep with
realized
what's
reincarnation.
funny.
I
Well,
just
the
realized
problem is-
reincarnation.
No, not even reincarnation. It's more the fact of
magic.
it's a magic spell.
What
It's called
spell?
wish.
Let's
It's
not
literally
waste a
called
wish on
wish.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, the problem is, literally, it's a ninth level spell. You can literally get that wish. You can get that ninth level spell back by not long
Also-
rest.
You have to remember, Mito's had nothing but bad luck with wishes so far.
Well, yes, but there's also called miracle, which cleric can learn.
Yeah.
It has the same properties of wish, but instead it's a miracle.
Yeah,
Right.
it's one of the few loopholes the gods discovered in the Primeval Pact, where it basically, how about I give you the power to do it?
Yes, basically. But the
Yeah.
problem is, I'm like, every time I hear you just like hating on the fact that you're a woman, I laugh my
Hey, no,
ass
it's not
off.
me. It's Mito. Mito's
It's
the one
Mito, that's what I'm saying. I'm laughing my ass off because I know there's a way to undo it. And I'm just.
Honestly, though, out of spite, you should not tell it to Mito.
That fiery glare was supposed to have a little bit of a feminine fury behind it, since
I
they wouldn't
noticed.
have, they wouldn't have liked you mocking them that much. It was just added the gender would have just added on to that fury.
I would like to ask, why did you do it to Zyong if he was just staring? Just
Honestly,
looking at it.
Honestly, I would say I think Drake also kind of broke the scrying spell.
Weren't you joking around with them too?
No, he wasn't. He was
It might have been the deck. It might have been the deck.
basically what Zyonguf did was walk up to you and just examined you like he did Arawata the first day he met her. Remember?
I think the examination come off as rude to them.
I mean, he's never seen a female Hercus other than Toriel. And Toriel,
You've seen Toriel.
But the thing is, that's the only female Hercus, and he wants to learn. So shut up. He's not gonna ask Toriel.
Well, I mean, then again, this female Hercus is younger.
That's what I'm saying. He's never seen a female Hercus other than Toriel. And the problem is, who's the
Load.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh,
I hate y'all. But anyways.
Mito, you.
Hey, I wasn't the one who did the wolf whistle there. Someone else said the.
honestly,
If it weren't for the fact that I physically cannot, I've never been able to learn how to whistle, I would have done the same thing, but not for that.
I just had to say that.
Honestly,
I can't make my I can't do the proper tongue.
I can tell you
proper
now.
listen.
That you, Vito?
That was the closest attempt I could do.
All right, Drake is trying to say something. What Drake?
yeah, I was trying to say, like, realistically, once Drake finds out officially, he could officially, realistically, just break the whole scrying spell. Imagine, once he has more power, just go back in time and spend more time in this time period. He's officially in 2 places at once. You
Yes, but the thing is, he's not scrying just you. He scries the whole group. That's the problem. Even if you went back in time, it would have still, he would be still able to scry you.
Wait, so is he always scrying us now?
Well, most no. What I mean by scrying is when you say his name, that gives them an opportunity. It's up to them to choose to take that opportunity. Which
Plus
Asmodeus is hearing.
Plus scrying spells are only temporary.
Yeah, they don't last that long. But they
they-
do last they last quite a time of who's casting it. But the problem is, think about who was the one that said Asmodeus' name the first time.
Zangoth.
Who does Asmodeus want?
Zangoth.
Now, do you see why he would scry now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
honestly, though, I do have kind of fun with the fact that just like he's
How did you
probably
guys
really
Sorry,
annoyed
Frank.
with the.
Sorry for interrupting. I just want to wrap up a few questions. What did you guys think of me pulling the Slender Man as a Punisher?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Bahamut is dead.
the children try to.
Bahamut is
Can we
fucking
not? Can we please not sing that song for copyright reasons? Just in case.
Yeah.
I don't need another
copyright reasons.
Like literally, I don't need another copyright strike.
Honestly, I hope I don't
Playing.
get copyright claim for the Dragon Ball music I played during the Primeval Pack break.
Oh, I hope not either. That's what I'm thinking.
Honest,
For
Yeah,
some
you
reason,
probably will be.
for
Have
the
fun.
reason, some reason, they copyrighted claim us on Soul Clef from freaking
What?
Red vs. Blue.
Who did?
Freaking TuneCore, which didn't even make it. That's
Oh,
the
that
problem.
company's just terrible in general.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
do
why
that.
they do that to, like, I'm only 60 subscribers. What the fuck? And I'm not even making money off this. So,
And I'm keeping all my stuff unlisted, so no one's actually watching and monetizing it.
yeah, mine's public, but the problem is they're not monetized. I don't think I'll ever be monetized. And I'm on Twitch most of the time, so it doesn't really matter. So, I'm just like, why the fuck would you do that? That's wrong with y'all. But, anyway.
Did you guys like the image I chose for the female Asriel? It's